Alright, I think we're live. Hello everybody, my name is No Raven, and welcome to my first T-Dreads ripoff Overanalyzing stream, in a way, where we're going to be writing notes with a good old guest, Drazum, and hopefully, maybe, eventually, good old Withered Circle. We always get 5 minutes to let people kind of join in on the festivities and stuff, so, yeah. We be ballin'.
Yeah, and if Withered Circle doesn't come, we get 5 minutes of trashing Green Afton.
You know what? Yeah, I agree.
See?
Ah, he's joining in a minute. Okay.
Fight Fiction got mentioned 2 minutes later.
Hey, people are joining. Hello, chat. Yeah, so where he's got like about 4-ish minutes before we start getting into the festivities. Currently closing all the extra tabs. Also, chat, I have a new stream layout for this. Thanks to a good buddy of mine named Neon Sean. You can see all the stuff in the description below if you would ever like to commission him. He makes really cool stuff. He actually helped make some of this that you see on screen right now.
I gotta look at it. I need to load the stream.
Hey, there's Withered Circle.
I know I'm not late, but sorry I'm late.
Yeah, we're gonna trash on Green Afton if you were late.
Yeah. Also,
Hey, what? No, I'm leaving.
Also, chat, how does everyone sound, by the way? Is everyone good?
Oh, by the way, let me test something out with my Discord audio, because I've been seeing that it's messed up lately, so I want to fix it.
Okay, you sound fine to me right now, in case you want to know that.
Because on T-Dread stream, I sounded like super far away, you know?
Yeah, you sound good to me
like,
right now.
Up close? I sound like up close? Good.
Yeah,
okay.
you sound like your normal mic distance.
Okay, because I'm like really up close to it. I'm like right here. I don't know how it's not peaking or anything, but I'm like an inch away from it.
Okay. Also, I finished making the FNAF 2 notes of importance. I'm going to have to share it with y'all because I was too lazy. I like just did it right before stream. So I have it all laid out now with like what we're going to be doing. FNAF 2 is going to be a lot longer than FNAF 1.
Okay, you know what? Let me just advertise this stream. Just give me a sec.
Yeah, start advertising. If you don't advertise, you're not 14 Sigma.
Just me putting the link in like every sub-promotion channel I can possibly
I always feel bad if like I promote in like someone else's server. Like even though they have a self-promo, I just still feel bad.
If the self-promo's there, I'm self-promoing. I don't care.
No, fair enough.
Okay, I'm not gonna do a community post on this because I have a plan for that, so sorry, not like anyone reads those anyway, but I'm putting that on Twitter and Discord.
I don't think can you not like put an active live as a video announcement of commit post? What?
Here, I'm gonna send the FNAF 2 notes of importance to the two of you real quick. Make you editors. Alright, here you go. Alright.
So, are we gonna do
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream.
FNAF 2?
Yeah, we're doing FNAF 1, we're doing FNAF 2.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I figured. I just wanted to know which one we do first, because FNAF 1 first is the logical decision.
Yeah, we're doing FNAF 1, then FNAF 2. And then, eventually, I'm going to do FNAF 3, FNAF 4, and then FNAF World's going to be its own thing, because it's such a big game. There's just so much stuff to look at.
Fair.
And then I'll do Sister Location, Pizza Sim together. And then the dreaded fun stuff of oh, do you need me to resend the link for the FNAF 1 notes of importance for y'all?
Yes, please. I'll
resend it real quick.
Right
and then we are going to get started because we are now 5 minutes in and we're supposed to be starting, so I'm going to quickly send it to you, and then yeah. Alright, there you go.
Someone's gotta be that guy during FNAF who will be like, wait, you need notes? I shot this game easily.
All right, everyone. Here's my new layout, courtesy of Neon for this. So, okay, I need to like re-angle where we
Hold
are.
up, hold up. It's still catching up. I haven't seen the layout yet.
Don't worry.
Your layouts in general are really good. I'm working on mine, but obviously yours has art and stuff, so it's hard to beat. It's good. It's good. I like the layouts.
Yeah, no, I
I'm probably gonna
love it.
commission. Yeah, it looks cool. I'm probably gonna commission an artist I know once I have some extra money.
So chat
Probably
today for
commission
FNAF
Barbie
1
Boy
Notes
to
of Importance, we're gonna be looking at the trailer, the one teaser image that there is for this. We're gonna be listening to the phone calls and then looking at the Easter eggs, writing down basically what they flat out tell us. No theories, nothing like that, just what they tell us. Same kind of goes
No
for
theories,
FNAF 2,
no.
except there's a lot more because there's the Night 6 phone call, there's the mini games, and a lot of Easter eggs too. So we have a lot to go through with FNAF 2. So T-Dreads, I would
FNAF 1 will
love
be a
to,
breeze.
but I can't. Like, I don't know how to make the font smaller. Do you know how to make the font smaller?
Wait, you don't know how to make the font smaller, bro?
Like on a chat box, no.
Oh, on a chat box. You just resize it, don't you? Can't you just resize it?
Oh wait, no, I just figured out how. Okay, let's see how that is. Someone say something. All right, there we go. Yeah, it's good now. Okay. All right, so I think we get into it. So we're gonna start with the trailer. I think I have audio on my YouTube, but I don't know how loud it's gonna be. So sorry if you all get flashbanged by this, by how loud it is. So.
Oh my god, 14 people watching.
Oh my god, 14. Oh, 14. 14.
Is this a sign?
Is this a sign? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna watch the FNAF 1 game trailer, and if there's any notes that we need to do, we shall. So, and chat, let me know how like the YouTube audio is. If you need me to turn it down, let me know, and I will.
Should we like play the video at the same time?
You know what? Sure,
Or
yeah,
is-
we can do that. If you want to, load up the FNAF 1 trailer, and we'll do a 3, 2, 1 countdown. And if we need to pause, just scream to
yes,
pause.
FNAF 1 trailer.
Also, welcome everyone who is joining. Welcome, welcome. Hope you all are doing fantastic today.
Trailer.
Man, it's crazy. 16 million views, but the movie got 44 million. It's kind of crazy.
Hey, the teaser already has almost 10 million views. That's looking good.
Yeah.
Can I just say,
It'll be
before
like-
we get started, as someone who edits videos and sometimes puts the trailers in the video, Scott uploads his trailers in the weirdest aspect ratios.
Yeah, he
Like,
does.
what is it? What is 954 times 468, bro? Just do it normally, please.
Dude, you know we're in like the depths of like YouTube when the max quality is 480p.
No, 2014 wasn't even that bad of a time for quality. Scott just didn't know how to do it.
Fair.
I mean, to be fair, he probably was operating off like dollar store equipment.
All right, so do we all have it
He
loaded
wa-
up?
He was literally. Oh yes, I do.
Yeah, load up,
Yeah.
Jazz.
Yeah, I got low.
All right.
I like looking at the view count here, like the movie though. People be like, FNAF's dying, and you got like 44 million views.
Hey, Joshua, thank you so much. Wait, I wonder. You got a membership? Is it gonna pop up where I want it to pop up? Please pop up. I swear to God, if you don't pop up, I'm gonna
Don't
tweak.
pop up, just so Raven can get pissed off.
Please tell me I have it enabled. If I don't have it enabled, I'm gonna tweak. Yeah, I
it's
have-
weird. Sometimes
Okay.
they work on Streamlabs. So on Streamlabs, sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. It's
I know,
weird.
it's really weird. Okay, we're gonna get started. So when I
If
say
it
go,
doesn't,
just
it's
press
about
play, okay?
roasting.
Sure.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Classic clipping. Clipping through his bow tie completely.
Stock sounds.
I love stocks.
Like, I highly doubt we're gonna get anything of importance here besides like
No, there's
Bonnie
nothing
running down the
there's nothing
hallway.
Limited power.
This is sick.
Limited
This trailer's
visibility.
really good.
Limited
time.
time.
I
This
will
is
say,
sick. I don't know why that
he
was
loves that like noise there though.
I don't understand why he didn't put that in the game.
Oh,
Well,
hey,
just imagine how
T-Dread's
sick
thing
he-
is there. His newest video. So I think really the only thing of importance with the trailer is just the fact that Bonnie ran down the hallway.
Bonnie
No, I
cannot
don't
play
think that's
run.
important. That's just a
No
cool game
video
dev note.
sound. Oh, come on.
They say the video's muted, yeah.
Oh, come on, wait. Oh, because I had the wrong thing selected. Okay,
Child
there should.
streamer.
All right, you know what? Okay, it's fixed. You know what, chat? I'm gonna replay it and you let me know how it sounds.
Oh, we're gonna watch this again. This is a good trailer. Wait a minute. Someone in the comment section of the trailer pointed out something interesting.
What?
I need to tell. Apparently, the sound that plays every time the text pops up is a slowed down version of the that plays when you see an animatronic in the door.
Interesting.
Let me test that out.
How's this so FNAF?
Okay, don't worry, Chad. The audio's been fixed.
It's the same sound.
We could totally mark that down as like something that's cool, but not really important.
Yeah, it's not
Make it a
in
bit
every
lower.
text. It's
Okay.
when they turn their heads towards you in the trailer. So when they do the turning heads thing, it does a which is a slow down version of the door sound.
Okay, so just
pretty cool. See, I already
Is
found
it the
lore.
sound that like
Thank
makes when it, like
you,
bodies
what
at
was
the
your
door?
Thank you, Catubs, 4 years ago and back in 2021 for pointing this out. No, it wasn't you. Never mind.
All right. I think should we put that down as a note? Like it's used in there. It's just like
Yeah,
a
why not?
higher pitch
Okay, it's
version.
Pro Diamond. Pro Diamond 24634 4 months ago. Thank you for pointing this out.
Well, actually, I don't think we'll put that in here because it's not really that important. The Bonnie running down the hallway instead of Foxy is something to note, though. So, all right, we have the
Why?
one
It's
individual
independent.
teaser. So let's just
I didn't know FNAF 1 had a teaser.
It has one teaser. And it's just 5 minutes of phrase with Freddy and 2 Endo 01s behind him. So I don't think there's anything important there, but it's here.
Oh yeah, that's right in the background. Trust.
I'm not brightening the background. I'm too lazy.
Hey, I could do it. I don't mind. I'll be the image brightening guy. I don't mind.
I know there's
Bring
like
me
a
the images
site that I
up.
have that like does it for you.
Oh yeah, there's a FNAF database that allows you to do that. But who cares? We're doing it
Oh
ourselves.
my God! Freddy Fazbear turns yellow. Golden Freddy.
I'm pretty sure that's just called brightness. You know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, there's nothing there. So. All right.
It's just that
Guys,
image.
holy crap! I found a hidden FNAF 1 teaser, guys.
Flashbang.
It's got some kind of mysterious plus on it. I'm sending it in chat. It looks so interesting. I wonder what this could possibly mean.
The 2 Endos possibly
Well, that
represent
website's
Bonnie and
actually
Chica.
really
True, it could, but we don't know that for sure. So now we have to get into the fun phone calls. So you know what? FNAF 1 all phone calls. On YouTube. Dr. Hattie, where are you? Yep, there you are. Thank you, Dr. Hattie. Alright.
The FNAF wiki also has them with the transcript.
Yeah, but it's a FNAF wiki, and
Yeah,
I don't feel like doing that because I want subtitles, and Dr. Hattie has subtitles on theirs. So, you know what? I haven't subscribed to Dr. Hattie. I'm going to subscribe to them. Can you get a like? Okay. So, do you want to do another 3, 2, 1 countdown, and we just kind of like pause as we find stuff?
Oh, hold up. Phone guy.
Can you link it in the chat, the particular video?
Oh, I need to find the right video. So we're on the. Oh yeah, Dr. Hattie.
Yeah,
guy.
Dr. Hattie. If you just search up FNAF 1 all phone calls, it's like the first thing that pops up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, done. I found him.
Alright.
I found him.
FNAF 1 all phone calls.
Also, you know what, chat? There is a
Is it-
total of 3 Easter eggs, like, in total on my screen right now. If you can tell me what they are, you're goated.
I think I see one. There's a newspaper saying breaking news of the closure of the FNAF 6 location.
And what's on
Is
it?
that one of them? I mean, it's the FNAF 6 location. It says breaking news, and there's a huge scroll of text that I can't make out, so it's probably like a 14 Fury copy pasta or something.
It's connection terminated.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. I mean, there's a bloody handprint on the door, if that's anything.
Yeah, that's a reference to Hank being killed in the supply closet.
I don't know what the third Easter egg is.
It's the most obvious one.
Is the one?
Oh, is it the
breaking
fact that it says
news, like,
data store on the
screen
monitor?
Yeah,
Bonnie?
it says
That's the
data
Easter egg?
store, yeah. Okay, are we all ready
Yay!
to do this
Look, I'm
stuff?
so good at
Or
finding
actually,
more.
let me pull the notes of importance like off of this really fast, so I can like write down anything.
Chicken.
Steve's lava
Wait, where's the
chicken.
connection terminated?
Okay.
He's lava chicken.
All right. Are we ready to press play?
Yes.
All right. 3. Also, credit goes to Dr. Hattie for this video. Dr. Hattie, thank you so much. You've actually helped out with a lot of videos in the past by doing stuff like this. So thank you. If you guys can, go check them out. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Holy pixels.
It's taking a second for it to start up. There we go.
Oh, I was on 0.5 playback speed, my fault. Wait, can we restart? Because I was
Okay,
on 0.5
fine.
from when we...
You just go to 18 seconds. Just go to 18 seconds. Hello, Vanity.
Sure.
Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing all right.
Okay, done.
Hello.
Go to 18 and do the countdown again.
Yeah, are we all at 18 and ready?
Yep.
All
Yep.
right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Chicken.
Hello.
God, the nostalgia.
I have a message for you to help you get settled in on your
I heard this
first
way
night.
too many times.
I actually worked in that office
You
before
worked in
you.
the office
I'm
before
finishing out
you.
my last week now, as a matter
The
of
week
fact.
before.
I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll do fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike.
I feel like every
where
FNAF years can
fantasy and
recite
fun
this
come
bar
to
for
life.
bar.
Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for
Yeah,
damage to
I knew most
property
of
or
this were
person. Upon
There's some words that I
discovering that
skipped.
damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and
Oh,
premises
pause.
have
Seems
been
property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached. Yep.
So that's it.
So-
Takes 90 days for a missing persons report to be filed.
Hear me out. What is June 26 plus 90 days?
I don't know. Tell me.
Hold up. September 24th.
So it would have been filed September 24th of 1985 if it continued like that.
Which is stupid because the parents would have noticed on like day one.
Yeah.
Well,
So all right.
That doesn't mean like
down.
it was, because that could have been instituted after
Wait.
the MCI.
I have a theory. June 26, 1985. Was a
Theory. Thank
Tuesday,
you for the 5 gifted.
Oh my god, Fury Chum of the gifted as usual. Thanks, Fury Chum. Give me one. Give me one, please.
Man's like,
no,
man's funding your career. I'll fix that typo.
Bro, Fury Chum has spent so much money on us. Actually, unbelievable. That credit card gotta run out someday.
I gotta start
Only
doing
lasts so long, Fury
streams.
Chum.
I gotta start doing streams just for that. Just kidding.
Raven, you know you can give out free memberships, right? Like, you should do that, totally.
You can do that.
Yeah, go to your chat, go to membership gifting, and there's like a free membership gifting option.
Oh.
So you can just gift free members every month. You get 10 a month. It's
Oh,
like your
okay.
allowance. It's really cool.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? At the end of the stream, I will do that.
Sick.
Okay.
It's good for viewership.
Something to
think-
point out there is that
We're
You
ready
go.
to continue once you finish that.
Yeah, let's go. I'm at 124.
All right.
I was going to mention that with that, you could say that that little law thing they do is something they do only after the MCI, or something they try to do. Because we know the MCI got reported like the day of.
Oh, thank you for the $2 vanity fork.
Yeah,
I
thank
can
you so
definitely
much.
see Fazbear like
Since
making
we're going
up that
bankrupt. Just
that
put people over here.
procedure to kind of cover their asses after the MCI.
Okay. I think we're good here. So I think, are we good to continue? Do we think we should, or do we have anything more to say?
No, we're good.
We're good. All right.
Yeah, I think we should go.
bleached, and the carpets have been
136?
replaced.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Now, that might sound bad, I know.
Wait, that might sound bad. I know that's something Steve Raglan says in the movie.
Animatronic characters here
Yeah, you didn't know that?
a bit quirky at night, but do I blame
Oh, you didn't know that?
I never pieced it together until I just listened to it.
Stupid songs for 20 years.
Bro, that's like the main. That's one of the main.
Oh,
pieces
here,
of
pause.
evidence.
All
What
right,
second are we
so
at?
we are at 147.
What's up?
For my Tales games bros, where does Monster take place? Good question. That's the one story I haven't read yet.
You don't
Me
want
neither.
to.
It's the only tale story I haven't read. And I
You don't
can
want
tell
to.
you with 100% confidence that the location is never explicitly stated. We just know that it probably got turned into a Freddy's later on.
Yeah,
But that
probably.
story isn't canon, so we don't care.
So I'm writing the 20 years thing right now.
20 years is the retcon. 20
Nuh-uh.
years is the retcon.
Nuh-uh.
Sequel to Andrew is the Vengeful Spirit. 20 years is the retcon. 20 years is the retcon. Do 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 do. Sick.
Yeah,
All right. I think we are good to continue.
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts
The
of
retcon.
children, and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of
This is
free
important for
roaming
Follow Me,
mode
so this might be
inside.
worth a note.
You what?
something
True.
like
Yeah. All right.
roaming.
Let's pause real quick. Let's do that. Oh, come on. There we go. All right.
The free roaming?
This is important because of Follow Me specifically.
Yeah, because it explains why they're roaming at night. So I do think that is something important to write down. Is that they're allowed to because their servers might lock up, and it explains why in like Follow Me and even in Save Them why they're roaming around.
Yeah.
So I think that is important to note. So
At the very least, that's the public explanations that Aspio gives.
Oh, by the way, Steel Wool just posted like an hour ago.
are you serious?
Yeah, but I'll send you the screenshot of the post. It looks pretty meaningless. It's like weird. It's a weird thing for them to post. It's not like one of their, today is insert blank day that no one's ever heard of. It's actually related to FNAF, so I sent a screenshot. It's weird. It's like, it confirms Help Wanted 2's in the Pizzaplex, which we already knew, but, you know. It's definitely like a reference to the FNAF 4 teasers from the the Game Theory livestream, which is weird.
Oh yeah, and then there's also the Bite of 87 line right here. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
so they were
good-
allowed
good
to walk
call
during the
there.
day, but the Bite of 87 caused them to not walk around during the day. So then that explains why they're always on like the stage and the trailer as
Free
well.
roaming.
Yeah,
So-
and
Which is
the
weird,
587
it's
victim
weird
survived.
Which is weird because if they walked around during the day, they wouldn't need to walk around at night to like loosen up their servos. So why the fuck are they walking around in FNAF 2?
That is true. Yeah,
Riddle
that
me
is
Scott
interesting.
Coffin. Riddle me that, Scott Coffin.
All right,
Write that
that's
down,
another
that's
quote.
interesting.
And there was
A bite
The
of
bite
87.
of 87.
You mean 79?
And then there's another one. So victim of bite
Survived.
of
And
yeah,
what- but-
87 survived but lost frontal lobe. It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe. All right, dude, night one's gonna have like the most quotes. Like, because this call is so long.
This call is the exposition. It's like when the movie opens and he goes, I am phone guy. This Freddy
Basically.
Fazbear's pizza used to be perfect, but then there was the bite of 87. And you know, I'm going to give you all the exposition right now so you don't have to figure anything out until the next game.
Whether his canonical name is Ralph, it would be.
Well,
My name
if
is
we take the
Ralph.
week before, we know the animatronics are trying to move as little as possible as well to conserve energy to leave, which is interesting.
So funny. The week before, animatronics are like deviously intelligent, but yesterday I beat 420 and they're all so stupid.
All right, so are we ready to continue? I'm at 208.
Foxy and Freddy are easily cam-stalled, and Bonnie and Chica have like one shared brain cell. And even that's a compliment.
Are we good to continue? Because I'm at 208. Are we all at 208?
I'm at 219. 1 second.
Wait, I'm at 209, yeah.
Okay, I'll go to 209.
I think.
For too long.
All right, are we ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
They used to be allowed to walk around during the day, too. But then there was the bite of 87.
The bite of
Yeah.
87.
It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now, concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen
Yeah,
to
there's
see
a lot
you
to
after
write here,
hours,
isn't there?
probably won't recognize you as a person.
Pause.
They'll
That should be
written
most
down.
likely
All right.
see you as
Yeah,
Pause. Put this at like 1.5 to 1.75 times speed after we finish writing all this down, so we can breeze through this a bit faster.
well, I
because he
mean,
has
I
a
don't
lot
want
of
to.
pauses.
I mean, yeah, because we
already
have
know
the
all of this.
subtitles. So,
Yeah, like we know all of this, and we
Okay,
have
yeah,
subtitles.
that's
We're
fair.
fine.
So I think there's a lot to write down
Yeah.
here as well. So,
Let's have a look at the text
Yeah.
wall.
all right,
I
The
so
don't
reason
use the
for the
text wall.
stuffing, which is a lie. Like the reason for them stuffing you, which is a lie, but it's still worth pointing
yeah,
out.
so
Because
I'll say
I talked about
according
this with
to
Cryo.
phone
I talked about
guy.
this with Cryo the other day. But my theory as to why he says that. So Cryo, for those of you who don't know, made a video which is like, why is there a dead body stuffed inside a suit in Secret of the Mimic if William hadn't stuffed anyone in a suit yet? And so my logic was that by that point, Fazbear has already made contact with the Mimic-01 program, and the reason Phone Guy's saying, oh, they might stuff you in a suit because that's against the rules at Freddy's, is because they've programmed the Mimic to stuff endos into suits. Like what it did with rip-off limbs and heads, you know? So, that was my little theory, and that's why I think Phone Guy says that.
Scott, you genius.
I'm having a joy writing this long thing.
You know,
You
you
could
could
say
just
you're
copy
having a
and
joy
paste
of
it.
creation.
If you're taking the quote, you could just copy paste it.
Well, I also like to write it down myself because of the fact that it also helps keep it in my brain. So,
Fair enough.
because I want to become big brain theory man.
So you couldn't match. So you couldn't match.
Because
Oh,
you're not big brain theory man yet.
We are not big
You could
brain theory
also-
man yet. I don't have every single
I mean,
piece
I
of
am.
knowledge.
Thank you.
You could also
Yeah.
add how it describe. I don't know if you added, but you could also describe how he talks about what happens when you get stuffed, because that does play into why, like, later we infer that they
You know, I
killing
want to
you the
write
same way
this
they
down
got
as
killed.
well. I want to write down the fact that the animatronics are filled with crossbeams in case like there's any other contradictions later on with like the FNAF 1 animatronics with what's inside of them. Wires and animatronic devices. You know what? I'm gonna have to go back and look at like Freddy's like chest cavity and like help wanted to see like does that line up?
Good line up, roughly.
Yeah. Do you think that we should add the way Ralph describes what happens when you get stuffed, like your eyes coming out, not seeing a light of day?
Is
'Cause that's-
that in this game or is that in the week before?
It's
in
here.
this game.
It's in this
It's in
game.
the text wall.
Oh yeah, right at the bottom there.
Fake
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because that will play in the later when we learn, or we
by the way,
infer that.
if you need the week before, I have the physical copy on me right now.
Oh, I
So
also
tell me
have
if you
it.
need
I just finished my book collection today.
Wow, y'all people having
You
money,
finished your book
being able
collection,
to
so you
buy
have
the
every
books.
Every book.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have the? Oh, do you have the?
If you
The
say the
coloring book?
Walmart version, that is a no, and no, I'm not getting it.
Do you have
Okay,
the
whatever.
Walmart
Do you have
version?
the coloring book? Do you have the coloring book?
Okay, I don't have the coloring book. Come on now.
You have the how to draw book, the cookbook, the original version of the
I
Freddy files.
actually ordered the cookbook. It's coming.
Good. What's the?
You gotta get the
Do I have, like,
Ephemia
any
kit
rare-
when
Okay,
it comes out.
I had the updated edition of the Freddy files, which isn't that rare, but I gave it to a friend after I got the Ultimate Guide. So
I still have the updated edition because I'm too poor to get the Ultimate Guide.
Okay.
No, honestly, me getting the ultimate guide was cheaper than the updated edition. I'm not even joking. I got the ultimate guide for like €8. It's
Well,
like
to be fair,
$8.
the ultimate guy is not being produced anymore, so it's probably more expensive. No. I mean,
No.
update edition.
Oh yeah.
The same way like an Xbox
can't wait for
360 will
Ultimate Guide
cost more than like
2.0
a X.
to introduce the worst lore ever.
Dude, it's like an Xbox 360, right? It costs way more than an Xbox One, even though.
All right.
True.
So are we gonna do 1.5 speed? Or
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
1.5. Give me a second then.
Yeah, I'm at 237. By the way.
I'm at 244, so give me a minute.
All right. All right, chat. How are y'all doing?
Hey, 20 people. Nice.
The Easter eggs is going to be the fun part to look at, to try to figure out what they're trying to tell us. That's going to be the fun part.
I'm gonna rant about the newspapers. Just you wait.
Oh, I only got ran about it too.
The newspapers are going to be the easiest one to write down since they kind of flat out tell us what they're trying to say, but you could use it for theories.
I think my main point is going to be like about the last newspaper. Are we starting?
I'm waiting for Withered.
Oh, I said I'm ready.
Oh, you said give me a second. Okay, 237.
Yes, you gave
All
me
right.
a second. That's all I needed.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Is a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit.
Ouch.
Specifically a Freddy
Now,
suit,
that wouldn't
which
be
is
so
a
bad
different.
if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and
Yeah, it is
electronic
specifically a
devices,
Freddy Fazbear
especially around
suit.
the facial area. So
Maybe
you can
he
imagine
means like a
how
Freddy
having your
Fazbear's
hand
pizza
forced
suit.
inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death.
And deaf.
The only parts of you that would likely see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth when they pop out the front of the mask. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first mission of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow.
Should we write that down that we know Fazbear
Only
Entertainment's hiding
necessary.
information?
Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.
That's worth it.
Sure, why not?
All right, I'm going to go back so I can get the
492?
quote. Yeah, just
Okay.
tell me your end time in just a second, so...
I'm just free.
Yeah, I'll put myself free.
Okay. Finally, we're moving on to night 2. And I need to get to 333 now.
Only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.
Okay, are you ready?
Free. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, we're about dude, that was about half of this video, by the way. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh god, sped up phone ringing is cursed.
True.
Hello?
Pause. Right away, pause. I noticed something, which is every time that the phone starts ringing, and I heard it on night 1 as well, but I thought it was just a coincidence. But if you play it back and listen closely, you'll hear like the racketing sounds that Chica makes while she's in the kitchen. Maybe I'm tripping. That's what I hear.
I'll listen to it when we get to night 3 and see if that's happening.
No, you're listening to it now, Raven. Listen to it once, and if you don't hear it, we'll listen to it again on night 3, but I ask you just to listen to it once.
Okay, I'm gonna slow down the speed to see if I can hear it too.
I'll do
this one.
0.5.
I'll put it at 75. Just listen to the ringing after the ringing finishes. I think that's when it happens.
I just hear a phone being picked up
On the last one.
on the last ring.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, it's there, bro. It's there. Okay. In between the second and third ring,
I heard it. But is that just this video though? Like, are they just recording this from like?
No,
their
it happened
screen?
on night 1 as well.
Let's see if it happens on each night then, and then I'll write the note down if that's important, and I'll also listen to the raw recording just to be 100% sure on that.
Yeah, wait, so you're saying it's Chica's sound? I'm having a hard time
Like
hearing
the
it.
sound that she's in, like when she's in the kitchen, the pots and pans kind of being clanked around.
To make the
like it
theory that
sounds
like
specific-
Wows was
like-
like recording it from the kitchen as a dead guy.
Isn't there a night where he does that? Isn't there a night when he records it from like the vents next to the kitchen or whatever?
I think
need
there
to
is,
reread the
yeah.
week
I'd
before.
have to reread the week before to confirm that, but I think that is
Bro,
something
the
he
week before's
does.
so good. It's a shame we never got any other interactive novels.
Well, we did.
We got Return to the Peak.
Yeah, we also got Escape the Peak.
What? 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 Bro, those aren't real. Are you kidding? Wait, did I miss something?
Are you sure? I have both of them right here.
Well, guys, if you don't know,
Nah, you're joking.
Fredden
Those books
leaked
exist.
a new interactive company. It's called the New
Peak series
Kid.
ended the week before. The next books were gonna
No.
be so good, but it's a shame they never released.
No, Wizard, you're wrong.
You guys are
Fredden leaked a new one that's coming out called the New Kid.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, right. Now and Tom over here, the interactive novel files.
All right. So what time are we at?
I'm at. Give me a second.
I'm at
I'm
3:59.
4:00. What?
I'm at 3:59.
I'm at 4:01.
Let's go to 4. Let's go to 4.
4:01. Let's go to 4:01.
Hello? Hello?
Whatever,
Alright.
man.
All right, and then playback speed 1.5.
I'm at 1.5. Yeah.
All right, we ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Well, if you're hearing this and you made it to day 2, congrats. I won't talk quite as long this time since
Thank God.
Freddie's friends tend to become more active as the week progresses. It might be a good idea to peek at those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone's in their proper place, you know. Interestingly enough, Freddie himself doesn't come off stage very often. I've heard he becomes a lot more active in the dark, though, so hey. I guess that's
Yeah,
one
let's
reason I'm
pause. I
running
think
power,
that
right?
is something to write down just because.
That is interesting because it's never brought up anywhere else. In Into the Pit, I feel like in Into the Pit there's like power outages, right? Doesn't Freddy appear in the power outages? Like
No, he
Freddy
can
in Into
appear
the Pit,
whenever. He appears in the doorway.
I never encountered Freddy in Into the Pit, except for the one time where you have to encounter him. Like I never
Yeah,
saw
no,
his
he's like
door enemy.
really rare to come around. I don't know.
Yeah, I only saw him like.
What does he even do? What does he even do?
Twice.
Does he like block the door?
Yeah, he just blocks the door and you have to go somewhere else and then go back and then he disappears.
Bro,
Yeah,
Into the
I
Pit-
only saw him twice.
Into the Pit is good, but it's like it has so much stuff that could have made it even better. That you know.
Well, you guys say that about any
Oh,
game.
you know what's interesting? He says, I heard he becomes a lot more active in the dark, though. Not that he knows it. So this is something that happened with a previous possible guard that has seen this.
Hmm. Does he mention it at all in the week before?
Hold on.
Bro, I'm not rereading all that.
I'll
get out the
I'll
book.
reread
Look on
it
my light.
after stream and I'll write down stuff for
Yeah,
like
same.
the week
I'll
before.
lie down and instead of reading actual good, interesting non-FNAF books, I'll read good, interesting FNAF books.
Man's a
Alright.
hater.
You know what's also interesting? He mentions blind spots as well, which, you know, could be used by William and stuff if that's like in every location.
I just kind of the whole point to say from him that it is a blind spot.
spots is just him explaining why you need to look at the door lights.
But if you think about like why William may not have been ever been caught, if you want to go down that theory, that could be why knew the blind spots.
Yeah, but then why did the newspaper say he got caught on camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. God, it's so
Like, he
weird that
was
he would
caught on
mention
camera.
that.
No, the blind spots are purely to explain why you need to use the door cams. It's
True.
just
Yeah.
he says, "Oh yeah, the only blind spots." It's like, yeah, there are blind spots in your camera views, and those blind spots happen to be right outside your doors. It's like the only blind
True.
spot on the camera system is right outside those doors. How
True,
convenient.
true. Okay, you know what? True. All right.
just for gameplay
I'm
reasons.
at 433. What are y'all at?
I'm at
I'm
432.
I'm also at 433.
All right, Draz, get to 433.
1 second. Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights. There are blind spots in your camera views, and those blind spots happen to be right outside your doors. So if you can't find something or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the door lights. You might only have a few seconds to react. Not that you would be in any danger, of course.
It's weird that he seems to be trying to cover
Also,
something up.
Check on the curtain in Pirate Cove from time to time.
Oh,
Everyone in there
absolutely.
seems unique, and then he becomes
Should we
more
mark
active
that
in the
down
camera
as something
and remain off for a long
suspicious, he
period of
says?
time. I guess he doesn't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under
He does it
control.
every game. Like he's always doing this. He does it in
True.
FNAF 1, he does it in FNAF 2. FNAF 3 I think is a bit more serious because he's talking to like established employees. So it's not like a new kid
Oh, wait, hold on,
just
wait.
came onto like
Did y'all pause,
He's
by the
on-
way? If you guys paused me, I'll start talking.
I hear the
we're
pots and
rolling.
pans again.
Oh,
Ah.
people don't last this long. I mean, you know, they usually
I
move on to
told
other
you.
things by now. I'm not implying that they died. That's not what I meant.
Let me listen to them again.
Anyway, I better not take up
Okay,
too much
I'm
of
just
your
gonna
time.
pause and wait for y'all to catch up. Just so you know, I'm at 607.
607. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, phone guy is just suspicious. Yeah, you still hear
I
them.
found
So
lore.
I think we need
I
to listen
found
to like
lore.
the raw audio just to be safe, because this could just be like the video. We don't know if this is straight up raw
Does anyone know how
audio.
to decompile FNAF 1?
I know
Party
that
audio.
I know you can do that in like the FNAF wiki. They have the raw audio files. So
Let's do that then.
yeah, let's do that after we do this. We'll listen and see if it's in like
Okay,
night one,
I'm
night two.
gonna open the wiki and then we'll do that.
See you on the flip side.
See you on the what? Geek YouTuber. What time? You're at 6?
607.
6:07. Give me a second. Done.
Hey,
Okay.
where you at? Where you at?
607.
6:07.
Oh.
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Things are getting real tonight. Hey, listen, I had an idea. If you happen to get caught...
Okay, yeah, no pause.
Already, bro.
Like, I'm sorry, this whole entire like paragraph is just what are you yapping, bro? Like, do we ever get
I feel like that's
confirmation that
something
they
that someone
would just
tried.
like try to stuff a metal endoskeleton into you? Like, do we ever get confirmation that they would do that?
Yeah, I
only
don't think
few.
so.
Like in any
Hear me out.
form
This
of
is about
FNAF
the
media.
mimic. This is about the mimic, guys.
Oh
This
god,
is
I know
because
what
the
you're about to
mimic-
reference.
Wait.
It's what I brought up earlier. I don't know if you were listening to what I was saying, but I feel like Fazbear specifically programmed some of their old endos with the mimic program. And so Ralph still expects these endos to act like that and to still follow along with the
And
whole...
doesn't the
"Oh,
mimic
yeah,
kind of
it's
technically
Ralph
stuff
Endo in
himself
suit."
into one of the teenage girls as well?
Yeah, but that's putting on a costume. That's different.
But it's
You
still
are
in a
not
way
Dave.
kind of forcing a metal endoskeleton into you.
Yes, but you imagine when you're when you're putting on clothes, it's very different from when you're putting clothes on someone else. It's a very different directive. If you're a robot, you only if you were only taught one, you wouldn't be able to know the other.
Huh.
Do we write this down? Do we think this is something that we need to mark down as like pay attention to this?
No, it's a theory, so I don't think it's worth putting in the notes.
But what if we
Well,
get
if
something
it's-
in the future? Then that is important.
I think once we're putting it down
Sure,
for a
and
second, it is
Secret of the
what,
Mimic
it
is
is what
gonna reveal
Ralph
all the lore.
says, right? Because if you go to the first game, the
He
context,
gets in a costume.
Ralph is your main source of
Oh
information.
yeah, entered foreshadowing.
Oh, true.
Yeah, okay. Smiley, good call out there. Good job. All right.
I think it's
so
definitely
yeah,
worth putting down. Because Ralph is like our main source of information, and we learned that he's not like reliable, but he is a source of information that
All
can be
right, so-
recontextualized as things go on.
try playing dead. You know, I'll just say try playing dead. ...
I wonder where he got the idea to.
Maybe
Play dead.
they'll think that you're an empty costume instead. Then again, if they think I love typing. All right. So yeah, I think good job on calling that one out, Smiley. That is something important to point out. All right,
end of day?
616. Are we all ready?
Yep.
616.
Yeah, 616.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
into a Freddy suit. Try playing dead. Go limp. Then there's a chance that maybe they'll think that you're an empty costume instead.
So interesting.
Then again, if they think you're an
Yeah,
empty
it is
costume, they
weird
might
that he
try to
would bring
stuff
that
a metal
up.
skeleton into you.
Hmm.
I wonder how that would work. Yeah, never
Wonder
mind.
how that would work.
I could definitely
Ralph
see it being a
is-
nothing burger
Ralph
when
is
the game
crazy.
came out, but like he
See you on the
recontextualized it.
flip side.
Wait, you didn't know that?
Ralph
Yeah,
on
no,
the
I
flip
did.
side-
I'm just doing it for the bit.
Ralph is an agony manifestation on
Watch
the flip
some pads
side.
again. Watch some pads again. Yes! It happens every time.
Oh, hey, wow, day 4. I think you can do it. Hey, listen, I may not be around to send you a message tomorrow. It's been a bad night here for me. I'm kind of glad that I recorded my messages for you.
Pause.
When I did.
That's 7:30.
Pause?
In the
Alright.
week before, his death scene, if you don't remember, and for those who don't know, is so elaborate for no reason.
Yeah.
Because bro, what do you mean Freddy's crawling through the vents, Bonnie and Chica are just doing whatever, and Foxy just died because of a water gun? Like, in this scene, while he's recording it, Foxy is dead in his office.
Yeah. You're right,
It's
yeah.
so funny.
Is that true? Because I never got to see that ending myself. So you just
Wait, have you never
killed
gotten the
Foxy
true
for-
ending?
I mainly had people show me the pages because it's not anywhere I'll have the money for it.
Bro, I'll send you the book. No joke.
Gosh, should we
With-
write
with my
down the
newfound-
see you on the flip side
my
thing? Because
newfound
that
YouTube
could be
riches.
foreshadowing in a way, but
Oh no,
Really?
FNAF World having the flip side is totally a reference to the phone guy call. I don't
do
think
you,
it's
be
think,
the first
do you
YouTuber
think
to
we
know
should
my
write that
address.
down as something that's important? To kind of like note.
Why not? Why not?
All right.
Yeah.
Phone guy says see you.
Me
Let's-
tacitly hoping that's a real offer.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to get the exact quote real quick.
Okay, I'll leave.
All right, so let's just see you on the flip side.
Just
Okay,
the
well, we
idea
have-
that like Ralph kills Foxy for a wire gun.
All right, what time are
Just
y'all
makes a
at?
phone call.
I'm at 7:30.
7:30. Okay.
I'm kind of glad that I recorded my messages for you.
Okay. Are we ready? Yeah, this is being recorded on his night 5, but we're just taking strip from the game. I will be making like a book series of this on my own time where that will be brought up. So
Can I just add though to this that with the recontextualization of like the week before, it does make it much more sadder because you know like why he was doing XYZ. You know that Compelia's in danger. It makes the death actually a lot more sadder than it actually was.
I think my dog just had a nightmare because he's scared.
My dog has never had a nightmare, I think.
My
Does this
dog
thing
has
sometimes where he
nightmares
just-
occasionally.
My dog does this thing where he's just lying down. I think all dogs do this, and he just starts running while he's like lying down on the side. It's very funny.
All right, so are we ready to continue from here? 7:30, just to be safe.
7:30? Yeah, I'm ready.
All right,
We're almost
3,
done.
2, 1, go.
When I did. Hey, do me a favor. Maybe sometime.
Okay, yeah, let's pause here because he says it's specific.
The back room. The back
Yeah.
room.
And he also says to check those empty heads back there. So
They're killing you the same way they were killed.
I'm gonna say phone guy says to check the back room and empty heads before he dies. So, all right. Yeah, he says, I always wondered what was in all those empty heads back there. That's weird.
Wonder why he says specifically heads and not suits.
Yeah.
Empty head.
That is something weird. Like, he doesn't say, I always wondered what was in those empty suits, but he says empty heads. Like, he could be referring to parts and service, but like,
No, he's saying specifically heads. It's the heads on the shelves.
yeah, so it's like, I'm thinking like in terms of, it's just the term backroom is weird.
Because the insinuation from that would be is that they take his head off the animatronic and just place it on the shelf. It's like, well, why would they do that?
Yeah, it's weird. Plus, he knows he's going to be stuffed into a Freddy suit. Like, he's flat out said that. So why does he want you to check specifically the empty heads? And in the Easter egg with Endo 01, the empty heads look at the camera.
Oh, my Shatter animatronics. Oh, my Shatter MCI. Oh, Shatter MCI. Wait. Hold up. Shatter affects him. No joke. Shadow victim.
Yeah, no, that's
Shadow
a
victim is
weird
in
detail.
those
Okay, we'll talk more about that when we get to the End 01 Easter egg. Let's put that on like hold for now.
Okay. Yep, sounds good.
All right, I'm at
739.
Yeah, 739. All right.
In the back room.
Oh.
I'm gonna try to hold.
Free.
All right, I just went to 740, but whatever. Are we ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Out until someone checks. Maybe it won't be so bad. Yeah, I always wondered what was in all those empty heads back there. You know. Oh no.
You know, we should write down the scream at the end there. Let's pause.
Unknown scream.
It's funny. No, we know what the scream is.
Yeah, it sounds exactly like Golden Freddy's.
Well, I mean, like if you just playing
Unfortunately, it isn't.
in the first
Wait,
time,
I have an
playing
idea.
in the first
I
time,
have an
it'd be
idea.
unknown scream.
I have an idea. So the reason Ralph dies in the week before is because all 4 animatronics attack him at the same time.
Mhm.
So overlap the FNAF 1 jump scare 4 times
Oh god.
and see what happens.
Oh god. Can someone send me the audio file for that, or can one of the two of you do it? And tell me if you find anything stupid. Because if it sounds exactly like that scream, I'm going to tweak.
I'm going to open out the FNAF wiki to download the sound files.
Oh yeah, and the moaning sound too. Yeah, it's a moan sound and then the scream. So
Yeah, but like thanks to the week before, we know what actually happened there.
yeah,
Like,
it's
logically,
just important to
to see
write
they
down
all
like
attack
what's
the
happening
Golden Freddy
audio
one.
wise.
What was the case in that ending? It was like the 4 were there, and then Golden Freddy appears.
No, it's just 4 of them.
And then we know what night 5 is. I don't think we need to listen to night 5s.
Scott erasing Golden Freddy from killing Ralph. How dare he?
Should I write down that this is just the autobiography of Yogi? But I don't think that's really important to the story, so I won't write that down, actually. I think that's just a thing Scott did. We also know
Didn't
that the
people, like,
FNAF 1 animatronic screams play.
Didn't people like relate it later on to like how Revenant is? Like people
Wait,
argue it was like.
hold on,
similar?
wait, I need to listen to something right now. I just thought of something. I'm listening to the
what's
night 5 phone call, just hold on. I need to count something.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna somehow get 14 out of it.
Alright, Raven.
Hold on, just
is a
wait,
quote.
just wait. There's 5 screams.
Did you mess with the sound file?
No, I listened to the night 5 phone call. There's 5 screens. There's 4 Golden Freddy ones and then 1 normal one.
Raven. Quiz. If you don't get this right, you're fake.
Mhm.
What book is playing in reverse in the night 5 phone call?
I just said it like a couple seconds ago. The autobiography of Yogi.
No, you got it wrong. It's not autobiography of Yogi. It's autobiography of a Yogi. You're a fake fan.
Oh, close
Cancel him.
enough.
Oh wow, this guy.
Cancel him. Fake
Wait,
fan.
so do y'all not believe that like autobiography of Yogi kind of like foreshadowed the sci-fi stuff Scott would do? Because a lot of people point out it's like very similar to what he would later do.
There's it brings up joy of creation, and it also brings up oh god, what was it? The way it talks about life and soul essence is very similar to Remnant, which is interesting.
Okay,
I'm sure Scott took a lot from there.
but dude, that's weird that there's 5 screams specifically in the night 5 phone call, because that's Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Golden Freddy then.
Raven,
And
just a
it's a
question:
reverse.
Have you ever beat FNAF 1? Because it is
Yes.
gonna help with the sound cues. Okay, good. 'Cause knowing the sound cues is useful for the night 5 phone call.
Okay,
What's the
that's
night 5?
interesting. So there's 5 screams in the night 5. So that alone would imply that they all killed him at once, not just one. Because you could see it as like if there was 1 scream, then it was 1 animatronic. But since there's 5 screams, it was all 5. That's something for a theory, but there's something for you people to chew on. So yeah, I think that's all. Now we get into the
four
Easter
Golden
eggs.
Freddy screams and one normal scream, because it would be way better if it was 4 normal screams and 1 Golden Freddy scream.
It's a weird reverse of the roles. It feels like it could be said that 4 of them killed him and Golden Freddy was left out of it, or something like that, or 1 was left out, 4 were involved. Because the final scream we hear is a Golden Freddy scream. So if you have 4 Golden Freddy screams, 1 normal scream, that could be saying 1 animatronic was left out, 4 were involved.
I kind of just figured that they all killed him at the same time. Like, they shared the murder.
I'll let chat decide what they think on that. That's something for the community to chew on, I think.
I always wondered though on night 5, why does, I think everyone agrees it's probably Golden Freddy. Why does Golden Freddy send his own phone call?
Alright, so I think we move on to the Easter eggs of everything now. Now we have a lot here. Such as the visual hallucinations and all that goody stuff. And yes, we're using the wiki. No, I do not care what you all have to say.
What page do I open? Easter eggs, FNAF 1?
Yeah, just such a FNAF 1 Easter egg since the FNAF wiki.
List of Easter eggs. The most important Easter egg is the celebrate poster honk.
What do we plan on doing for FNAF 1? Because we should, okay, Easter eggs, office, main stage, just cameras, okay.
Yeah, we'll write them down individually. So we'll just kind of go down the list, and I think we need to start with the visual hallucination, specifically the Freddy Eyes one.
Sure.
Because it's human eyes and blood vessels.
And the off-centered pupils on Bonnie.
Yeah, and the offset, so those are 2 things that,
Wait, give me a second, I have a theory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Googling something up.
Wait.
What?
I thought it's something, this is such a joke theory. Remember when FNAF Help Wanted 1 first came out, when you would close Bonnie's face mask after repairing him, one of his eyes would be off-center?
Guys, I have a huge discovery.
Ah.
Okay, you're gonna want to hear me out for this.
Mm-hmm.
In the FNAF 1 newspapers, the first kids that are reported missing, it's 2 children, right?
Yep.
Then it goes on to 5 later on. In FNAF 6, in the Lorekeeper ending, Gabriel and Jeremy's tombstones, specifically those 2. Why did I... Tombstones, not tombstones, what the fuck? Tombstones are dented. They have a dent on the same side. Only those tombstones.
Send me the screenshot really quick. I want to see that.
Bro, you can look it up yourself.
I'm not doing it on stream. I'm too lazy. I don't want to crash my PC.
Are you speculating that they're the original first 2 kids alert?
No, listen. I'll explain. I'll send the image so you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
The dents are obvious. The dents are obvious. Here they are. So, I sent it in the chat. So, notice that the 2 rare screens are of Freddy and Bonnie. Freddy has bloodshot eyes, and Bonnie has 1 off center. These, cracks are at the top of the tombs. What if the cause of death for Gabriel and Jeremy was blunt force trauma, and that's why their eyes are weird? Bloodshot eyes is a symptom of a concussion, and the eye being off center can be related to trauma around that region.
It's a possibility. I could see that.
That's possible. It made me think of how... It knows not how FNAF 1, but how 1 and 2 has the plushies with the stab marks indicating we're willing to likely stab them. I was thinking of that.
Someone pointed out Jeremy has a butterfly.
Yeah, he has a butterfly. Yeah.
Let me look up the meaning of butterfly meaning.
You know what else is weird? There's a red ladybug covering Cassidy's.
Yeah. How many spots does it have? It looks like it only has 1.
It looks like 1, maybe a really tiny one, but okay. Let's not go to Pizza Sim. Let's not go to Pizza Sim.
That's a couple streams away.
What's interesting? I have something worth pointing out, which is that butterflies usually symbolize a rebirth and metamorphosis because of cocoons.
Well, the amount of times Jelly comes back, that makes sense.
So. The wiki does, and this is true. They are scripted to appear when Golden Freddy appears in the office. That is another thing that happens.
They are.
Write that down. Write that down.
So, wouldn't that have some way to imply that this is specifically connected to Golden Freddy, no matter what?
Yeah, I would say so.
I mean,
Because if it was scripted with like Bonnie or scripted with like Freddy about to attack you, sure. But this is scripted specifically
yeah, but
with
Freddy
Golden
and
Freddy.
Bonnie aren't special.
But still, it's a weird detail to do.
Well, I would say if it's intentional, like scripted when Golden Freddy pops up, that does show Scott wants to connect "It's Me" to him in particular, and you could cite the fact that Scott does associate "It's Me" with him specifically, like in loading screens and achievements. So, like, it does tie to him.
Yeah, it's only Freddy and Bonnie too. Which, do they ever do anything that are just like flat out weird
In the game?
They do. Wait, they both stare
what?
directly into a camera in the game.
Yeah, like Freddy
Like,
by the
I'm trying to
office
see
door
if they
and
have like
Bonnie.
any like.
Freddy is the most aware of the cameras. Freddy has so much awareness of the cameras that he can like literally like body swap jutsu.
I mean,
you in the week
but
before,
the thing is,
so.
Bonnie is also aware of the cameras because of the Easter egg in Parts and Service, where he literally just stares into the camera.
Yeah. Something to note too.
Foxy doesn't do that. Foxy stares like vaguely into our direction, and Chica doesn't do that because she's stupid.
Yeah,
and Chica.
Bonnie does it in Parts and Service with that one Easter egg.
Something you could also write down, or I could put in there, is that let's see what the other visual hallucinations in the
Foreshadowing
screens.
for Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. That's an interesting idea.
That's really cool.
What's foreshadowing?
That it's Freddy and Bonnie or Fredbear and Spring Bonnie.
That's cool. I'm just not sure if Scott would be like.
Yeah, I don't think
thinking that
Scott
far
was
ahead.
planning that, but it's so that's why I'm trying to keep mainly like these at least starting games more centered towards themselves, especially FNAF 1.
Yeah. Well, something you could say is that you can write down certain hallucinations are sitting in the cameras is that possessed animatronics have pinprick eyes. They have right dot eyes.
Yeah.
Or they can switch to it on the dime.
Mm-hmm. It's more weird that Freddy has human eyes and blood vessels. Like, that's the weird thing.
Like I said, blood gathering in the eyes and causes of weird like eye problems is very common after a concussion or general blunt force trauma. It's because after you're hit on the head, the blood starts pooling there.
I mean, yeah, the blood vessels are a little
not
too intense. That's a little intense.
Bro, I've seen worse in people who haven't
for
slept
sure
in.
there's worse, but like that's still more intense than the average person.
Well, I assumed it was that because Ralph mentions that when you get stuff in the suit, your eyes will pop out, right? So presumably, as brutal as it is,
are
when
these
William
Freddy's
stuffed
just
the kids,
normal eyes? Hold on, what does Freddy's normal eyes look like?
when I presume
they're like
when,
it's just the normal orbs, isn't it?
Like, let me look.
Bro, no way we're analyzing eyes, bro.
Yeah,
I just think it's like
they're the same eyeballs.
When William stuffed the kids,
Wait, really?
They're
Yeah.
It's the same eyes, but they're not
You'll
bloodshot.
pop
It's
out.
the same eyes, but not bloodshot.
So these are just Freddy's eyes becoming bloodshot. Now that's weird.
Wait, I thought that was what everyone agreed on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just try to think like it is reuse the model, and like if it's going to wait in anything, it's that like Ralph said, when you get stuffed into the suit, your eyes pop out and stuff like that. So when William stuffed the kids, as brutal as it would be, their eyes that could be
The eyes
symbolizing
are
their eyes
smaller.
popping out.
That is true. The eyes are smaller because his eyes should be filling up the whole eye hole, which they're not here. So they are like different but same. Do we know
It's Gabriel's
Ralph's eye color? Do we ever get to know Ralph's eye color?
I don't know. I don't think so. Would be interesting to look into it. I'll look it up.
Yeah, because if they're blue, then that's a possible connection here.
I'll look it up on the wiki.
The wiki
No,
says
it's unknown. The eye color is unknown.
Eye color is
it's
unknown.
never-
Dang,
Well,
It would have been so cool.
that would have been really cool. So, what would this be telling us, if anything?
Wait, you heard what I said though, right? About like stuffing the kids.
I mean, yeah, stuffing the kids and stuff, but it's just why specifically do only Freddy and Bonnie for this too? That's the other weird thing.
Could just be that Scott chose them. Because Bonnie was the scariest, and Freddy's the face of the game.
I mean, yeah, I could see Bonnie and Freddy. It's just weird. God, it could just be Scott just being Scott. I think we might be looking into this a little too much, though. It is important to note that they are at least the same eyes, slightly shrunken, bloodshot.
Yeah, I just think it's meant to represent what happened to the kid, like contextually how Gabriel.
I'll write that down as something to note. Like it's Freddy's eyes shrunken and bloodshot, so do with that what you will, kind of deal. I think that is something to note.
Freddy smoked too much. It's me.
Like, I think that is something to
Me,
note,
Mike,
but
the
not something
random girl
insane.
you've never met in your life. Now
And
I'm gonna
then-
spam you with "It's me" every single night. Go on, Ren.
And
Just venting my frustrations.
the Bonnie, I think it's weird that it's off-centered, but I think that's just Scott being like really bad at designing at the time.
At the time,
What he did admit like he just kind of made this game like his last shot. Like he probably
Yeah,
was
so I
still
don't-
still bad at
matter.
designing.
He's a lot better.
Yeah, because he's not the one doing the designs anymore.
Fair enough.
He made
Look,
Springtrap. Like
bro,
his designs are
the
good
FNAF
except
games-
humans.
Oh no, his designs are amazing. It's just the FNAF games are almost as scuffed as Undertale, and that's saying a lot. Well, you guys don't know how scuffed Undertale is?
Oh, dude, Undertale
No.
scuffed. I know it's scuffed.
I didn't
Undertale's
know
a little
that.
scuffed.
All right,
Bro,
let's move on to.
Undertale,
All right.
like the whole game runs on like extremely long walls of text, and like half of the code is unnecessary.
Okay, so we have the stage Freddy stare. I don't think that's really anything important there.
Nah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think there's like it only happens when the other animatronics are gone though, which is weird.
Yeah, and it's like a 25% chance of happening. I know it from experience. It happens like all
Yeah.
the time.
So like, I mean, do we think that's important that like Freddy only does it when the others are off the stage?
No, I think it's just to highlight him specifically.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
so
think
too.
so.
like
Some
all the
things you gotta
early
recognize
nights
is
when
just
you don't
like
know what you're doing. It's one of the early nights when you don't know what you're doing, and you look at Show Sage, and you all of a sudden, oh my god, he's looking at me.
And then
Yeah,
you'll think
you
like,
gotta
oh my
take-
god, he's actually active when like he actually might not be.
yeah, you gotta take into account like also Scott. It's just like I want to make this game a little spooky, so he's just adding some things to like boo.
Well, I know, but it's like let's think like if this was to say something, would it say anything? And if we think it doesn't, then yeah, it means nothing. But if it could mean
No,
something,
Nothing here.
yeah. We have the Pirates Cove. It's me though. Now that's something. Because it only happens when Foxy has left.
Yeah, I know. This is also fairly frequent. 1 of 10 is fair.
So
I don't think it means anything.
I mean,
I
could
think
it
it's
be a
just more
hint that
so,
like Foxy could also be saying where it's trying to point like how in the week before it kind of points towards all of them being able to
No,
say
they're all
it?
connected to It's Me. they're all
Exactly.
connected
So
to
do we
us.
think this would be more evidence for that? That like Foxy can also say it, so thus the rest of them can kind of deal.
Yeah,
The thing, I think
Sure.
the way I would put it is that it shows that the spirits or a spirit can alter the surroundings of
Yeah.
the building.
Wait, altered
Altered
text.
duo.
Okay, I do
know
think
what?
that is important. So let's
Shout out to
definitely write that down, like the details. So changes.
Oh,
from-
Raven, the viewership's good.
Yay, let's go. By the way, you know, I may as well say it. Thank you all so much for being here. It means the world to me, and thank you all for helping us kind of like theorize on what these things could mean, if anything at all.
Give Raven money if you can.
Don't do that. Don't beg for money.
I'm not begging for money. I'm giving people advice on making you happy. Very different.
I'm giving them financial advice. Give your credit card to Raven.
Oh no, me. The credit card is mine actually. Forget that. Screw it.
I get the debit cards.
Okay.
They're pretty much useless anyway.
Okay, yeah. So
excuse me?
now there's the 2 West Hall corner posters. We'll start with the Freddy one with him ripping his head off. Do we think that has anything to do with anything at all?
So, sorry,
The idea maybe the kids
point
want
something
to
out.
escape their shell.
Yeah, but I want to
Maybe,
point
at
something out.
most.
People have been saying this for like a decade, over a decade at this point. But those hands are positioned exactly where his like hand marks on his face are. But a lot of people don't know that the hand marks on his face don't actually mean anything. It comes with the texture that's
Thank you so much again, Theory. It means the world to me.
Yo, can I have one? Oh, respawn. No way. That's sick.
Resubscribe to me since when?
Ree follows me on Twitter, so I don't think it's out of question that she would subscribe to all of us. That's sick, by the way.
Yeah, thank you so much, Theory.
Someone could counter is that it may be a part of the texture, but who's to say Scott didn't know that and he chose that
I always
texture
found it
for it?
interesting
No
that one of
way.
his eyes are blacked out. I've always found that interesting. And that he's missing his endo head, too. That's the other thing I found interesting.
You know what eye he's missing?
That would be his right eye.
Hold up.
It would be our left,
Hold
his
on.
right.
What in Freddy?
He's missing the same eye. He's not. Never mind. Sorry, Cryo. I disappointed you.
Yeah, you're about to say lefty. No, he's righty. I'm sorry.
No, when I said he has the same eye, I already knew it wasn't lefty. It would be so cool if... Wait a minute.
Lefty MCI.
But it is interesting that he is
I'm
missing an eye
understand.
and his endo head. Like, I feel like at least the endo
He's
head
missing
is
the
a weird
same
thing.
eye that the FNAF free good ending masks are missing.
Is he actually? Oh yeah, he is, because all the left
What's
eyes
this?
are glowing and the right eyes aren't. That's interesting.
Interesting.
Okay, I
The
will
right eye-
mark that
Different one.
down because that could be a detail. Oh my lord. Okay, that's 2 monies. Okay.
Wait, we're actually finding stuff.
All right, hold
Oh, by
on.
the way, I
So,
want to point this out.
let
'cause I
me
found
read
this on
what Joshua
stream.
just said real quick, because Joshua and Vanity both just
sure.
donate. So, okay, maybe Logbook Altered is tied back to all the altered text in the game. It's mean newspaper clips. Yeah, true. That could be
Altered dual
possible. And also
representation.
money.
Everyone stand up and cheer.
Wait, what are we saying up a cheering for?
Alter Duo representation, because Alter Duo is basically
Okay, you
just
know what?
Golden
Here,
Freddy's
I'll do it with
deck.
you. All right, we'll do 14 seconds. All right.
Sure. Alter Duo is so good he's jacking off.
Shut up.
He tried to do the same thing to me. I was applauding one of the theories that we made on the theorizing stream, and he just said that, and I just stopped applauding and just gave up.
we are keeping this PG-13, Withered.
Oh,
All right, we're not doing 50 Shades of Fazbear.
50 Shades of Fazbear.
I just started, dude. I just like turned off my. What I did, I just like leaned back, turned off my noise suppression, and just started clapping to the microphone.
Yeah, it is interesting that this is also again altering a poster.
Alter Duo.
So I think okay, so I think the important things we need to write down is the missing right eye, and that's altering a poster.
One face also one missing a right eye, right?
So I think that is something we do need to do, and this is West Hall Corner. So let me do that. So Freddy ripping off.
Wait, am I right?
No, you're left. About what?
Oh.
No. Like, actually, what were you talking about?
Is Molten Face like glowing eye the right or the left one?
It's the same one as all the other ones. It's the left one.
Oh, dang it.
Now MatPat comes in chat and like,
Thank you again,
actually,
Vanity.
both of his eyes are glowing.
Okay, so I think we've done our little Freddy analyzation. So now we do Golden Freddy. Now this is like nothing, but still we're gonna look at it because we're looking at everything. Anything to really note here? Because this is a different render, because in his jump scare, it's just like the top half. We don't see his teeth. So this is a different render than his jump scare. It's at least zoomed out a little more.
I don't think the poster means that much besides showing that Golden Freddy can also change the environment.
It is weird that
them.
it's specifically in the west corner, though. Do we have any like thing within like the week before anything with like Golden Freddy in the west side of the building? I don't think we do.
I don't think so. No.
So, I guess the only thing to say is like it's a slight. Okay, that's another 5. All right. Thank you so much, Theory. So Help Wanted, Twisted Birthday has posters with Bonnie Freddy and Freddy's eye is missing. I shared info. Ooh, okay. Let me take a look at what you just sent me then, really quick.
Holy mid.
Yes.
Oh, I meant to say Holy Peak. I'm sorry. I meant to say Holy Peak, but my brain just did a fart. My God.
So why you calling mid?
I'm sorry. I actually really like that connection.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'm trying to see the exact poster. Can you send me like the poster you're thinking of, Theory, if you can? But that's interesting. So in one of the stories, okay, if anyone is uncomfortable with hearing things about missing eyeballs, mute for like 10 seconds. There were 3 eyeballs. 2 of them were brown. 1 was blue.
Is that a phobia of missing eyeballs? I don't like eyes. Eyes freak me out, but I didn't know missing eyeballs was a thing. Genuinely have
Scott,
to
you
eyes
damn
actually
genius.
freak me out. I'm scared of eyes.
Oh yeah,
I can't
he
wait.
is reflected on the ground. Wait, is the other one reflected on the ground? It is.
Show me the image, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Golden Freddy. Wait, you didn't know that? You didn't know that he was reflected on the ground?
No, I never looked at that. That's okay. That's interesting because then that means it's like actually there. Like it's not a hallucination. It's like actually there.
Oh no, that's like a major piece of evidence for Golden Freddy actually altering the stuff and not just hallucinations. It's also the fact that Scott probably just like
Okay.
triggered a reflection surface on the renders of each thing.
I
he
do
did.
think that is
So no
something to note
matter-
for both of these posters, though.
It's probably not too relevant because he could have just like, oh yeah, the floor has a reflective like thing. It's not too important, but it's worth calling out. I suppose.
Yeah, it's worth calling out.
I think it does just support the general idea, like you said, that Golden Freddy is one of, if not the one, who's altering the surroundings of the building.
God, victim. Okay, that is interesting. So it does mean they're physically, but yet again, this is Scott in like the early days, so like we can't really trust everything too much.
Yeah, FNAF 1 is the thing that we should trust the least.
Exactly, I do agree. All right, let's move on to the next stuff. So yeah, the East Hall graffiti and Screaming Children. So we'll do the Screaming Children. So there's 3 in total, 3 eyeballs, but there's 3 in total here.
What are you talking? What are these eyeballs you're talking about?
I think it's from Prankster, the story
eyeballs?
Prankster.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
The 3 eyeballs on the table. There's 2 that have brown irises and 1 that has a blue iris.
Oh, this is
Bro,
it's like a
Prankster. That's a weird story.
It is a
Is that
weird
thing
story.
oh,
Also,
So-
a
that's a
great
story
glitch
glitch that
story.
appears.
You know what's weird? 2 people were connected first, and then 3 were connected, and then there's 3 screaming children here. Or crying children.
Wait, it was 2 then 5, not
Yeah, it
2
was 2 then
3
5, so that would mean that 3 were later added.
Yeah, because what
And then
they're
you
saying
have-
is
you
like,
know,
it's like
2 were seen on camera applied
Well,
together, and then 3 got connected after the fact.
they happened at the same time. Like they all. It
Well,
was
yeah,
all
they
on the
happened
same
at the
night,
same time, but like
parents-
3 were forgotten
Yeah.
about for a little bit and then added. So then you have like the
Well-
3 that were added, like, oh, we just found out that 3 more are involved. You have these 3 crying children.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that works. And it's not like Fear Forgotten. It's like you get 2 that were seen on camera together being lured, but then like they connected 3 other children at the exact same instant.
Does Golden
Um,
Freddy have one blue eye? Golden Freddy does not. Maybe does Fredbear in FNAF World have blue eyes?
He does.
He does.
Oh,
There's
yes,
something.
yes.
He
So-
also has blue eyes in the
Raymond
movie.
has green.
Okay, but
Yes,
Just one blue eye. Like
Golden
Sam.
Freddy does have blue eyes as well in the movie.
yeah, there was a lot of
Blue eye.
eyeballs in Ruin, wasn't there?
Were there?
Yeah,
eye
like when
theory.
you're in the AR world and stuff, like there's eyeballs everywhere.
Mm. It would be so cool if FNAF had more like recurring creepy imagery, like the imagery of eyeballs and stuff.
I do think that there's 3 specifically is something important to know, because then you would have like the 2 and then the 3 like finally connected like however long later kind of deal. So I do think that is important. So
Also, it is the first time we see any imagery of a crying child.
true.
Like, it was likely these Easter eggs, this Easter egg that inspired Scott's design for the spirits, I bet.
Mm.
Also,
So
we got
that is
Shadow
something
Victim now.
important. That's a cool thing to kind of point out, that there was first 2 and then, you know, oh, now there's 5, so that would add 3, and then there's 3 of them here.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm kind of satisfied with that, if that's what Scott was trying to do.
If it matters to you at all, there's also 2 It's Me's on the other one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's 2 that's interesting. So that's 5 in total. 2 It's Me's and 3 crying children. That kind of reflects the newspaper with the first 2 children.
Wait, are you
then...
talking about the It's Me's on the wall? Because of the 3 It's Me's on the wall?
There's 2
there's
It's
2 on
Me's.
one and 1 on the other.
Yeah, and then you
No,
have the
there's
3 crying children, and then you have the 2
No, there's
first
3 It's
found.
Me's. There's 3 Raven. There's 3 It's
Where's
Me's.
the third one?
There's 2 on one wall. The
Oh
third
yeah,
one
there's
is on
one
the
on the
left wall.
opposite
I
wall.
see it. I see it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's still 3. So it's still
Andrew,
three.
it's Andrew.
The free imagery is important. There's free fairy time.
6 MCI
Yeah,
victims.
the 3 imagery is important on this East Hall. I think that is something to note.
No one fell for the Andrew rage bait.
No,
We're
no one's
theorists
falling
here.
for the Andrew rage bait. We love Andrew in this household.
How many It's Me's
Andrew-
is that in this game? That's 4 as well right now. Unless if you want to count the visual hallucination, that would make it 5.
Imagine we get 14.
That'd be crazy.
If
Okay,
it
there's
was
the 1, 2,
that-
3.
amazing moment.
Six. Wait, if you count the visual, I think I would count the visual. We got 1, 2, 3, 6.
So, okay, that is something to note, the 3 imagery, because it's 3 and 3. What's also weird is that in the It's
Free
Me one,
theory. Free
one of them
theory.
is on the opposite side.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
true.
Because, like, Scott has 3 together here, and then he has 2 on the right side, 1 separated on the left side. That's weird. Whether it means something, I don't know, but that's something to point out. I'll point that out in the doc.
Seiju messaged me just now mentioning, Jazz, you gotta mention how Freddy and Bonnie also have the It's Me visual hallucinations. It has 2.
Yeah, and that's 2. You have 3 and 2, but I don't know. Because so far we would be up to 5, because you'd have the visual hallucination having It's Me, the Pirate Cove, and the 3 here. That's up to 5 now. So that's 5 It's Me's now.
Okay, can I be 100% real with you guys? I think you're looking a bit too deep into this.
Well, still think
Hey.
we're overanalyzing for a reason.
The stream doesn't have overanalyzing in the title. Oh, it does. Fuck. What did I sign myself up for?
You don't even know what stream you're a part
Well-
of.
Bully this guy, bully him.
This is T Dread stream, isn't it? I don't know why he's not here.
30-second,
Okay.
30-second bullying a wizard.
So we have the missing children poster. So let's read them and then be like, okay, so what should we be writing down here that's important? So I'll read the first one and we'll go from there. So the first one is kids vanish at local pizzeria, bodies not found. 2 local children were reportedly lured into a back room during the late hours of operation at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza on the night of June 26th. While video surveillance identified the man responsible and led to his capture, the following morning, the children themselves were never found and are presumed dead. What is that other? Police. Okay, I thought that said follow. Police think that the suspect dressed as a company mascot to earn
Why
the
are you reading
children's
it from
trust.
the wall?
I know exactly what to write down there is that, 1, They saw the man responsible on cameras in a suit, a mascot suit. The bodies were never found, it's an indication he hid the bodies, and were lured into a back room.
So I'll do this one as like kids vanish.
Or that one VHS that has the thumbnail that goes like, he ate their bodies, or whatever. Cannibal William theory. He ate them. He did what to a newborn baby? That was also one of them.
Did he
VHS
like make him into like a barbecue chicken?
True.
So two children were first associated with the MCI at first. That's first and foremost.
Yeah, Gabriel and Jeremy, who died to blunt force trauma, which is why their eyes are weird.
Yeah, but like you can also say from that as well that the way it's worded is as if he lured two kids together and that they were both seen on camera, rather than they saw two separate footage of him luring two different kids.
No, he lured 5 kids, but only 2 of them were caught on camera. It's possible that it was the first 2 or the last 2, and that he was just being less careful.
Well, I mean, but the way it's worded, it makes me feel like, at least at the time, is that 2 were seen on camera together, and then 3 were connected, but they weren't seen on camera.
Okay, this video surveillance. Bodies were never found. That could explain why, like, there was only 2 at first, because they were seen on camera and the bodies were never found, so they never saw the other 3 until someone came forward and like, hey, where's my kid? And that's why the other 3 were added later on.
5 children. Help.
All right, we got the next one. And yes, I am reading them off the wall.
I got like a big thing pulled up.
Okay. All right, so the next one is local pizzeria threatened with shutdown over sanitation. So local pizzeria, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, has been threatened again with shutdown by the health department over reports of foul odor coming from the much-loved animal mascots. Police were contested when parents reportedly noticed what appeared to be blood and mucus appeared around the eyes and mouths of the mascots. One parent likened them to reanimated carcasses.
Wait, did we go over the second inside newspaper?
I'm just going left to right on the wiki of reading them. So we can like try to piece together like what order were they released in.
Oh yeah, I would say from this one is quite simple. It's just noted that like they'll come from those foul odor coming from them, and that there's blood and mucus around the eyes and mouths.
Yeah, it implies that they were stuffed in them.
Yeah, it also fits what Ralph said about what happens when you get stuffed. So just it gives the idea that the killer hit the bodies.
Yeah, so let's get the stuff we need to write down for this. So local pizzeria. Wait, did he spelled threatened wrong? It's threatened.
Bro, he spells so many things. He spells so many things wrong in the newspapers. We shouldn't trust anything he says. No, it's threatened. What are you on about? It's threatened. It's spelled correctly.
N-E-E. Look at my stream.
Hold up. It's always delayed, so I'm gonna. No, it's right. It's
Theatened.
Are you looking at the shutdown over sanitation one?
I'm looking at local pizzeria threatened with shutdown over sanitation.
Yes, that's the one. Oh, on the title. Oh, that's true. I was looking at the newspaper.
Bro, look at this dude!
Hurricane Utah has no control.
So, reason for threatened shutdown was foul odor coming from mascots and blood and mucus around the eyes and mouths of the mascots. Just got here. I'm assuming FNAF been solved. I wish. I wish.
Oh, we solved it.
Oh,
Michael killed the
kids.
kids. Mike killed the kids. We solved it.
Mike kill all.
Yo, why are you spoiling FNAF 2 like that, man?
I'm also gonna write down that lines up with like when you get stuffed, your eyes pop out of the eye holes and your teeth pop out of the. So that lines up with that. And this also means so police were contested. So like the police were kind of forced to do something here. So and we should write down that like police were involved with this in an investigation.
Yeah. Something to add before we move on to the next one is that because we know someone in the building is altering the surroundings of it, is that it means one of the spirits is altering the newspaper, the paper that was already there, to be these newspapers, as if they want you to read it. Well, that's more theory territory, but like they'll alter the newspapers for some reason.
Yeah, because it's changing the rules in the corner too. We should also look at like the rules, see if there's anything weird. Because I know there's like don't hug Freddy, even though Freddy is like always like, oh, don't you love my hugs and like FNAF AR and stuff like that. And Abby even hugs Freddy and nothing happens, so like it implies something happened with Freddy in a hug.
Well, Scott did put no poop on the floor, so it could just be a shitpost.
It could be, but it's still something weird to do.
The shit of 87.
All right, so we got the next one. I'm gonna quick. So we had the 5 children now reported missing. Suspect convicted. Now this is the one that I feel like is going to cause a lot of debating in a second. All right, let me get to reading it in just a second. All right.
You know how Scott always does typos? The typo there is that he put 5 instead of 6. Common mistake.
Oh my god.
Andrew is the vengeful spirit.
Average Angel
I'll be right
Defender.
back.
All right.
I'm gonna go for a minute.
Okay. Well, while we wait for Wither to Draz, you and me now have to carry. So let's read this.
I was carrying before.
Fight me. 5 children are now linked to the incident at Free Fazbear's Pizza, where a man dressed as a cartoon mascot lured them into a back room. While a suspect has been charged, the bodies themselves were never found. Free Fazbear's Pizza has been fighting an uphill battle ever since to convince families to return to the pizzeria, and in quotes, it's a tragedy.
Wow, you skipped the top headline. Suspect convicted. We see what you're doing there.
I already read it!
Play the clip. I don't remember it. It didn't happen.
Draz, I think you need to get your IQ checked.
An online test told me I got
Okay.
129 IQ. I think it's right.
Is there anything that this kind of tells us that isn't flat out mentioned in like the other one, other than that there's now like an added 3 children? Because like the other one says like he was captured, which means that like he was already like going through court. I guess this means he was now convicted, so he was in jail and then later convicted when he was seen in jail.
Well, it does. The way it's framed is as if like it's talking as if it's like not long after, but also like it's been at the bottom. It talks like it's been a little bit, and Fazbear's fighting a PR battle.
Yeah,
It
so
also
like they've
says
been
cartoon
fighting a battle.
mascot. It says cartoon mascot too, which means like is implying just a normal suit was used, which the only character who's like that is Golden Freddy, who's a slumped down suit.
Wait, hold on. The first one, 2 local children, night of June. While the Venus friends identified the man responsible. So this is actually saying that he was wearing a suit. The other one just says the cameras captured the man who did it. It doesn't say they captured the man who did it while he was wearing the suit. Because then that's a new piece of information that they're adding to this, is that he was wearing a mascot suit to do it.
Well, it says.
Wait, no, he says it at the end. Yeah, company mascot too. Okay, so
yeah, because it says like police suspect that the suspect was just as a mascot to earn the children's trust.
So
like, I think you can note down that Golden Freddy is a slumped down suit character in the game.
So yeah, 3 more children were linked later on to the MCI is what this tells us. So suspect
I'm gonna grab a
was
drink.
convicted and charged with the crime. This is a long story, as Fazbear Entertainment has been fighting an uphill battle since the incident to this, leading up to this newspaper. Also, bye Fork. Thank you for being here. Yeah, and bodies were still never found. So bodies were still never found. Okay. Am I the only one here now? I think I'm the only one here now. Do you guys think we should just kind of like vibe for a little bit until they come back? I think we should. Let's vibe a little bit. You know, I just realized I should put on the music. Let me do that. Yeah. So, I guess for now we just vibe. So, I don't know. What do we think so far? We're getting close to being done with FNAF 1.
Oh, finally.
I think. We're at the last new.
Okay, are we done with the Easter eggs? Because I don't think there's much point analyzing the cameras, because we pretty much did that already.
I just kind of want to look at like just what the rules are. If there's anything that's like, oh, that's interesting, and then kind of move on. Because I don't want people to be like, oh, well, they completely overlooked this one thing.
No, okay, I just need to say this real quick. When I was playing FNAF 1 on stream the other day, I heard like this weird like metal pounding sound, like really loud.
Yes, that does happen randomly.
I have returned.
I thought it was more subtle. I thought it was like a little in the background, but no, it's actually just bah 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 bah.
What y'all talking about?
It's the metal door pounding sound.
All right, so we have one more to look into, which is local pizzeria said close by year's end. So, all right.
You said this is Springtrap. I doubt it.
Oh, you already read that one off?
Well, we're about to.
Okay.
I was waiting for like y'all to get back since both of you left. It's like, well,
Oh really? Okay.
I just went and grabbed the drink.
So I was like, well, chat, we're just gonna kind of vibe for a second. And I saw someone ask, when do I think FNAF 1 happened? Sometime in the 90s. It's literally like 89 to anywhere in the 90s at this point.
89 shout out.
Yeah, 89 doesn't make much sense to me personally, because not only do I highly doubt that Copelia would have the latest game console, judging Ralph's financial position, but I also think it's missing a lot of the Easter eggs to more 90s oriented media that is brought up in the week before. My current bet is on either 92 or 93. I go to 92 because of FFPS 2027. So.
Yeah. All right, let's read this last one real quick. All right, Tracy, go real quick, and then we'll read this last one.
Oh, I was just gonna say I like FFS 27. That's all I was gonna say.
All right, let's get the reading. All right. After a long struggle to stay in business after the tragedy that took place there many years ago, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza has announced that it will close by year's end. Despite a year-long, year-long search for a buyer, I cannot read.
These characters will live on in the hearts of kids. These characters will live on.
That's a company
CEO,
seem unwilling to be associated.
Newspapers by heart.
Dude.
Yeah, companies seem unwilling to be associated with the company. I have a little clear text up. I do have a hot take on that though. This whole newspaper.
So, I do think we do need to say though, this is like years later.
No, I disagree.
Oh, I 100. Wait, what?
It
No,
says,
okay, so how do you disagree?
it says that took place there many years ago.
Struggle.
Yeah, here's the thing
It
though.
was many years ago, and it's a long struggle.
Here's the thing though. All three of them, the top three, are all about the MCI location and struggles, right? Because you can put them in a timeline. We have kids vanish, 5 children, local pizzeria front and sanitation, pizzeria closing, right? It would be very odd if these are telling the story of the MCI location to then swap to like 10-ish years later, telling us this place is closing down. That doesn't really make much sense to me. That seems to be trying to tell us about that location, and that after the MCI, the place basically was decaying for years, and they closed it down.
Yep.
Am I wrong?
I disagree 100%.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I disagree 100%.
There is no reason
timeline-
to be about FNAF 1, bro.
How? Okay, the timeline is kids vanish at the local pizzeria, bodies not found. Then 5 children now reported missing, suspect convicted. Then
Yep.
local pizzeria threatened with shutdown over sanitation, and then local pizzeria set to close by year's end.
Yeah.
First two are about the MCI, the third one is about 1985 Freddy's, and the fourth one is about the 1985 Freddy's closing sometime around 1987, which leads to FNAF 2. That's
Wait,
my...
that's well, I believe 83 MCI, but I agree fundamentally. As I'm saying, it's about the MCI location, and that one's
Yeah,
talking
I'm just
about the
disagreeing
MCI.
because 85... I think the newspapers is about. I think the newspaper... You see, it's weird, right? Because we thought that the FNAF 1 pizzeria was like on the verge of closing or already closed, but in the week before, it's doing good for itself. Like, there's customers coming in, and it's like fairly active, and they're really getting like... It's the beginning of the faster comeback, right? So I don't think that newspaper's from Freddy's 1992 or whatever anymore.
I thought you were disagreeing with me.
I just said that because I wanted to say my own thoughts.
Wow.
I don't really. I disagree with you on MCI 83 because I think it's stupid. But you're entitled to your own opinion, and I see where you're coming from. I know that there's arguments for it. I just strongly disagree with MCI 83.
Yeah,
No,
I
I'm just
think-
saying-
At least it's not MCI 87.
I'm just talking about like in regards to like the newspapers. I thought you were saying you agree with him that it's in 93, and I was saying it's about the MCI location. That's what you said. Like, what?
No.
No, I'm
Yeah,
saying
no,
it's
it's about
about
the-
like either the MCI location or this location, whatever you think these take place at. Regardless, the timeline would be kids vanish, 5 children now reported missing, threatened with sanitation,
And then
and
Wait.
the local pizzeria set to
Raven,
close
if
by
you
year's
think it's
end.
92,
So y'all
if you think it's
disagree with me
92
for no reason. Y'all agree what I said. Okay.
No, Raven thinks it's the last one is from the FNAF 1 location, right?
No, I'm just
We
saying
say-
like it could be 85. Like I'm completely neutral on that. That's not my place to say.
Oh, so we were just
Yeah,
we were
man.
just arguing about all of us agreeing. That's stupid.
Man, y'all just want to be my ops. I understand.
All right. We have a few more things to look through. We have parts and service, so let's get to that.
Wait, can I say one thing about that last one?
Like,
It says many years ago. I do think that would indicate more. I'm just saying this despite Withered. I do think that indicates more than 2 years.
Hey.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, it can't be 1 year because it would say a year ago. It has to be at minimum 2.
Yeah,
2 years
which
is not
why,
many.
Which is why 1985 Freddy's closed in like late summer of 85, and then 87 Freddy's opened in probably in the late summer of
Wait.
87. So it's 2 years.
You said late summer of 85. It says we're closed by year's end. It would have had to close by the end of 85.
By year's end doesn't mean at year's end.
This is by year's end, so it'll be by the year's end, not at the year's end.
So it has to close by December, but that doesn't mean that they can't close it earlier. By the way, can I just say, though, I think Scott is stupid and he's been lying to us about the retcon because all 4 of these newspapers are completely retconned out of existence. I think the newspapers, and I think what Scott means by the one retcon is just the timeline of. I think like it's subtle because not many people notice it, but I think just FNAF 1 in general is one big retcon. There's way too many details that don't line up. We should ignore like the weird timelines of and the many years ago. The many years ago is stupid. We shouldn't think about it.
I'm not sure I have that mindset. I really much. Because Scott say he does keep the details intact. He said in his retcon post he meticulously writes the lore, and he doesn't change things recklessly on a dime. So I have a mindset like I trust what he says.
All right, part of the service. All right, so we have the Endo 01. So this is the most interesting one because he does activate, and the other heads also look at the camera.
Is it only? It's only the one on the table, or do the ones on the shelf also turn? Okay.
It's Sparky. Don't you see Sparky?
Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. I just noticed something. Let me double check this. Oh. Okay,
Alright,
hold
what's
up.
up?
Let me share my screen for a little bit. I'm gonna need you to visualize what I mean here.
Okay, let me get it set up before you start yapping, so stream can see what you're talking
Okay.
about.
No problem.
Does Bonnie have pinprick eyes in that image?
Okay, so let me
Alright,
tell
hold on,
you what I mean.
wait, I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I'm setting it up myself, so don't worry. Just the explanation for chat. You good?
Not yet. I'm almost done.
Sure,
All
no
right.
problem. I'll wait.
We're good.
May I? May I? Yep.
Yes, you may now. Yeah.
Okay. Standard. You can see my mouse, right?
Yeah, we can see your mouse.
This is the standard FNAF 1 backstage. You have the endo down here, the head here. You have this Freddy head toppled over, and they're all just neutral here. And when you go to the one where they're all active, you can see that they're all looking at you now. This one isn't toppled over anymore. They're much more turned here. All of them. I thought it was just these four, but the eyes on this one, and it's specifically eyes. Like his full eyes are looking at you. It's not pinprick eyes like on this one. So it's actually just all of them. It's not just ghost energy. I thought it was just these four.
Yeah, no, it's all of them.
An interesting question would be like, who is controlling
Wait,
the
even
endo?
the Chica head turns towards you.
Yeah,
Like look at this. Like it's like a tiny turn, but it's still there. Very interesting. That's
They
very
all
interesting.
turn to look.
Yeah, it begs the question now, like, who is the one controlling those heads in the endo?
Shadow Victim.
Or True, or Golden Freddy.
Like no joke, Shadow Victim.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just
Wait,
people
I
like
do
usually
think
when
this-
people say, "Oh,
because
Shadow Victim," it's like
because
a
this
joke.
also makes it like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 8. Technically, that would be messing around in here. There's 8 in total. I don't know if that would mean anything, but something to note. There's 8 in total.
Okay, do we have anything left in FNAF 1?
I do want to say the two most important ones, which is also weird, is that Freddy head and Bonnie head, because the Freddy one's actually like turning his eyes to look at you. Like his head isn't angled. He's like physically looking.
Yeah.
Like, so do we think that means absolutely anything? Him just like being the only one that actually turns his eyes towards you.
I don't think so. I think the only like main big thing to get from it is that maybe whoever is altering or controlling these things isn't bound to the endoskeleton the same way the others were, but that does
Yeah.
kind of rely on later lore that we learn, because we don't know in FNAF 1 that the souls are bound to an endoskeleton.
Okay,
But
do we have
yeah.
anything left? Do we have anything left of the Easter eggs that we want to point out specifically?
I mean, there's the Bonnie one staring into the camera, but that's not really anything.
Which is so. There's an eyeless Bonnie screen, which I've never seen anyone get.
I've gotten that
Like, I've
before.
never seen it happen.
Oh yeah, there's also post-mortem Golden Freddy.
Yeah, postmortem Golden Freddy. I always pray for postmortem Golden Freddy. Like,
Oh yeah, and we
I'm
also have to talk about
please
the
don't.
1987 as well. We do have to talk about that, as much as we don't want to.
No, the 1987 is meaningless.
Dude,
It's
okay. It would have
care.
meant something if FNAF 4 was the 587, because it would have had the peak foreshadowing. But
Exactly,
Scott,
it would've
been
nah,
foreshadowing.
nah, no fun, Scott. You got change your marketing. You
Yeah,
false
boot up.
market the game.
FNAF 1 over and over again until I get the eyeless Bonnie screen. So, wish me luck.
Yeah, no, the first time, so when FNAF 1 first came out, the first time I ever booted up FNAF 1, I got the eyeless Bonnie screen, and it scared the hell out of, like, 3rd grade me.
That's wild.
Hey, that does show though that once again the animatronics can also black out their eyes, and they're the ones with pinpricks.
Yeah, I do think this is something to say where it's like his eyes become pinpricks. I think that is something to point out. What it means, I don't know, but it's still something to point out.
I think it's just meant to be an indicator of spooky possession.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not stockpiling that for FNAF 4.
I'm spam opening and closing FNAF 1 until I get the eyeless Bonnie screen.
I was going to see for like a split second and not get anything.
But I do think, just
No,
him
these
getting
are
that
like-
is. So.
I think it's also worth knowing, like, not only the pinpricks, he can just completely black out his eyes. Golden Freddy has that in his thing as
Yeah,
well.
no. This is another thing. The Office Metal Door Pie, Scott has commented on it. You want to know what he says?
Yeah, I know. Wait.
Yeah, it's, I would need to know exactly which sound. Foxy does one of the knocks. Who's to say could be anything with a winky face. So that is something important to note.
It's not Springtrap.
It may not be,
Springtrap.
but it's still something.
Follow
So
me before 1 is mid.
I just see Weird Circles playing
What
Final
if it's
Fantasy
Phone Guy
over and over
from the
again.
dead?
I do
Bruh.
think it's something to note.
I'm taking this seriously. I'm doing it.
Since
Like,
you
I'm listening
did,
to what you guys are saying, but I'm just doing this
since
over and
you
over.
did actually suggest that this could be proof that Golden Freddy orchestrated the Vibe 87 as payback to Mike and William. Maybe.
That's insane. This is the next Cassidy tamper.
Ooh, Terminal just pointed something out kind of interesting. This is a theory that someone had. I think someone made a video on this, but could the retcon be that Golden Freddy gets possessed in 1987? He only starts showing up Night 4 in FNAF 2, plus FNAF 1's custom night 1987.
That's also like Gibby's theory, I'm pretty sure.
Up on Night 6 Terminal. So, yeah.
That is actually
basically FNAF 2 is glitched. FNAF 2 is glitched because of the hurried production.
Oh yeah, before we move on, we need to pull up
all night with
FNAF 1 phone calls.
What were you saying?
Because Golden Freddy was supposed to mean Golden Freddy was meant to appear on all nights of FNAF 2 with a higher chance on night 6.
Okay,
but because Scott was making the game in
Alright, here, I'm gonna listen to the raw audio. Oh, come on, the raw audio doesn't have the phone ringing.
I'm not sure.
No, well, we need the phone
code.
ringing.
I'm not sure the code says that Withered. Like, there's a thing is in the code that he technically can appear those nights, but he just doesn't really at all.
FNAF 2 has a lot of unused variables.
Wait, I got the raw
FNAF 2
audio.
has the toxic variable.
I think it's definitely intentional that he shows up on night 6. Something we'll probably get into with the phone
Draz,
calls.
I can't hear.
Oh.
You can still hear it in the raw audio.
Let's go.
It's still there in the raw audio.
Withered Peak.
So yeah, that's something to note that in these you do hear. So
Siju is spreading Charlie Last propaganda in the chat. Take him out.
No, not. Look, I'm not joking. Fazbear Entertainment's been going in chat lately. Fazbear made a 1-hour video on Charlie 87, which I will watch. I just haven't found the time yet.
I need to see that. But
I hate Charlie 87, but I like MM87. MM87 is cool.
Terminal thing did remind me of Gibby has the theory of Cassie DCI, where Cassie is the only like real victim of DCI, and the other bodies are the MCI kids. I don't believe it, but I like the video.
okay, so I think that might be absolutely everything for FNAF 1 at this point. So now we get to move on to the next fun game, right, guys?
The best one.
FNAF Twitter's gonna kill you for that.
You think FNAF Twitter would not kill me
Oh
already?
yeah, there's also Foxy's song, but that's not really anything.
No, it's just a sound cue that indicates he's on stage 1.
Yeah. So, and then there's also Golden Freddy's like giggle, which is weird because it sounds like a female laugh, but isn't like if you alter it, it sounds like a male laughter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. So it's so
Doesn't matter. It's sped up.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a sped up Freddy laugh, isn't it?
No, the Freddy laugh is a slowed down. The child laugh is a raw stock sound that actually was used in many like shows. It's quite common to encounter it in Cocomelon videos or like general shows from like the 2000s. It's very common. But the Freddy laugh is just that slowed down. Golden Freddy is slowed down to infinity. Oh yeah, I need to open that. We're finally on FNAF 2.
We're finally on FNAF 2.
By the way, I might have to go soon if we don't finish this too fast, which sucks.
Oh god, I told you this is gonna be a long one, Withered.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fine, whatever. We're already over halfway. I don't think FNAF 2 will take as long as FNAF 1 actually, funnily enough.
Hey Shizu, if Withered has to leave, do you want to get in here? Alright.
I don't mind. I do want to stay till the end, though.
He's gonna spread Charlie last.
Never mind, I'm staying here till the end.
Alright, let me know when y'all are ready. I have it at 1.5 as well. I also need to actually snatch the FNAF 2 notes of importance. Also, what else I want to do, since we're not done with FNAF 1, I'm going to Could someone post the share link for
We're
this
not?
in chat? No,
Yeah.
we are.
Hey, chat though.
Oh, we
let's
are.
Let's get that view count up.
But we need to
Spam
put it.
14.
We need to put it on viewer. Anyone with the link can view and not edit.
Yeah, I know.
otherwise
I'm doing
they'll
that right
ruin it.
now.
Yeah, change it because it's not allowing me to do it.
All right, there you go. That's the
Oh,
link.
great.
Or you know what? I'll pull it up on my channel. I'll put
No,
it
I'll
in there
put it
so
in
I can.
chat. It's fine.
I'll pin it.
Am I a mod? I keep forgetting.
I don't think you are yet. Let me do it.
Not
I'll
a
do it really
mod.
fast.
Withered fraud. I accidentally added a tilde at the end of the thing because it's next to the enter button. So this is the actual link. Like I promise, when I accidentally add a tilde to the end of my
Here's
messages,
to supper
it's not
clubbing
because
in
I'm trying to
Wisconsin.
make it sound like ooh or anything. It's because I actually just stupid and I keep misclicking. You guys might see me do that a lot.
Might. All right, let me pin this. There we go.
I as well do not have added access.
Okay, I think we are now ready to go.
Do you already have like a FNAF 2 layout document set up? We just
Yeah,
wanna
I sent
do
it
on the
earlier.
spot. I see FNAF 1 notes important, it's not FNAF 2.
Scroll
Oh, I
like
see it.
brother.
It all blends together, okay?
No,
all
it
blends
doesn't.
together.
Okay, are we ready to
Oh, do we
press
want to
play?
watch the FNAF 2 trailer first? Let's watch the FNAF 2
Oh yeah, that's
trailer
right.
first.
FNAF 2
like we
trailer,
did
yeah.
FNAF 1.
Might kill all time. I might kill all.
My Q.
Yeah, I believed that thing when it first came out. I saw a video of Mike
That's
kill
right.
all.
After the FNAF 2 game trailers, we're gonna get the movie trailer.
Glad we're getting the movie trailer. Wait, why is the thumbnail just a black screen? I swear I remembered it being one of the animatronics. Wait, it isn't?
No, it isn't.
Wait, the FNAF 2 trailer is just blank?
Yeah. God
Wait,
was
you know
great
what we
for
should
that.
do? Hold up. I have an idea. Hold up.
Scott didn't gain 26 million views on a black screen. Scott shows that you don't need the thumbnails.
Video released between FNAF 1 trailer and FNAF 2 trailer is Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay, released before the full game came out. What if we watch it and see if there's any differences? Before we move on to FNAF 2.
Can you send me
What?
a link for it?
Bro, you could just go to Scott's channel. It's here.
Bro, you could just go to Scott's channel.
Oh, you could just go to Scott's channel.
Okay.
Oh, a teaser's not a part of this one?
No, because that's gonna take way too long. I'll do that like off camera.
Yeah, there's no point staying here for the teasers. We already analyzed it. Look, like, I'm having deja vu, because we already did all of this for the FNAF 2 Overanalyzing stream. So I'm already a bit of an expert on the teasers and so on.
Like, I
don't
still
think
need to
there's
write
any
them
to do that. We
down,
already-
but...
Okay, I'm watching the gameplay right now, just to see if there's any...
Oh, I thought we were gonna watch it together.
Oh, do you want to watch it together? I
Well
don't mind.
yeah,
We'll
we're
go to
on
0 and
stream.
we'll... At the same time.
Okay.
I thought you
ready?
weren't interested, my bad.
Are we doing it at 1.5?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright. 3,
You mean
2,
you just watch all
1,
of it?
go.
Aside from the quality being egregiously low, I don't see anything.
Yeah, you have the
Oh, it's not the
lights
lights
thing.
counter.
Yeah.
Even without the 1.5 times speed. He's doing night 5.
Yeah, he's on night 5. Yeah.
The kitchen sounds seem different. I don't know. Oh, there's kitchen sounds even when Chica's in the restrooms. That's funny. Interesting.
We played the trailer for FNAF 1. We're going to in a second for FNAF 2.
Man, it's just cool to think Scott making this trailer is probably like, man, this game's not
Yeah,
gonna do
I'm
that
just
well.
bullying you guys into watching this because I think it might be funny. Oh, she doesn't do the head twitching thing. They usually do it on night 4 and 5, but she's not doing it here. That's one difference.
No, that is something
Ready?
we should write
Okay.
down in these notes, isn't it?
He's getting an insane amount of Easter eggs. Can I just say?
Yeah, on night 5 too.
He's making the game. Oh, they do the. Oh, he's in. Chica's in his office. That's the first one. The jump scare feels sped up, even though it's on 1.5. I'll have a look again, but there's nothing new.
Yeah, there's nothing new, but it is something to
It's
note.
interesting.
I think
Cool, it's
I think I will have to go back and write down like the head twitching thing, but
Oh, this is an interesting fact, but this is actually a recording of his son playing. I think it was Brayden.
also, we're gonna do the FNAF 2 trailer in just normal speed for the viewers. So,
Yeah, of course.
all right, are we all loaded up and ready?
Yep.
Give me a minute.
All right,
Yep, I'm ready.
all right.
Crispy internet being
2,
on.
1, go. Also, bye, Melody.
I was at London Bridge. I can
Killed
confirm.
all.
I can confirm that London Bridge is not falling down. You're fine.
Hello? Hello? Well, if you're hearing this, then chances are you
think
made a
hidden in
very
this
poor
darkness.
career choice.
This would be so cool. I'm taking notes for the soundtrack, by the way.
Oh yeah, banger soundtrack.
There's a reason.
Oh, that's interesting. The battery's bugged out in the top left.
Oh, too.
Redesign. Reactivate.
Deactivated.
Pinpoint eyes. Zero door.
Freedom!
Freedom! Alright, I don't think there's anything there. I do want to say another theme of 5 with only 5 of those texts turning to red, but still nothing.
Okay, okay.
Alright, FNAF
Yeah,
2
I gotta
phone
go to the
calls.
Phone calls.
So the trailer, there's like absolutely nothing. I mean, it's like text turns to red 5 times, but that's like the only thing.
One thing I could put on it is that you see Freddy with the pinprick eyes again, but you'll see that in like the other sections anyway.
Alright,
10 minutes.
Freddy was the one
wow.
missing eye. Wait, the eye did... Okay, this is where Freddy has both his eyes in all the renders except for that one camera render, and the eye he's missing in that camera render is the same one as the one he's missing in the poster.
we'll have to look at it. We have to look at it.
I mean, I know it's true, but fine.
Or you go play the phone call on 1.5.
Yeah, we're doing a phone call on 1.5, yes. Foxy's a good guy, evidence. Shush.
Okay, I'm ready for the phone
You
call.
ready, Jazz?
Yep.
Alright, here you go. Phone calls.
No countdown. Oh,
3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Whoops, hold on, let me redo that. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
hello. Oh, hello.
Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old locations, you know. Some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company.
I think we should pause here, because it
should
does
pause here,
tell some
pause
stuff,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, as I was saying, like, it's like
Clear up
the
some
old
stuff.
location.
This is
Old
both an
location.
in-universe and meta comment. It's both.
I'll ask about that. But I was saying, it has the old location, tells us that there's a negative impression of the company left off on this location, and that it was left to rot for quite a while.
Yeah, so let me get to writing these. So, some people
Why do you think it's
still
meta? Why you write that
have
down?
a somewhat
Because
negative
he-
impression.
It's meta because the entire first phone call is like half serious in universe and half meta. Because
Mhm.
like Scott is like, oh wow, look at the new fancy modern design of this place. No doors, even though the 1985 pizzeria never had doors. Like the Into the Pit makes it clear that there were no doors in 1985. So it's just a meta comment, like Scott saying,
What?
"Oh wow, this looks like it's in the future," but you're gonna find out that it's not.
Didn't the security office have a door?
It does, but it's not a magnetic door.
It still counts.
I got yeah, your new summer job is another thing that he says. He mentions it's a summer job, which that's a huge thing of debates because some people are like it's in November and stuff like that. So I will write that down because that is something that does need to be said, that he does say, "Welcome to your new and improved summer job."
Some people claim that's like a Texan thing, but I can't verify it as a Texan.
I'm gonna go back and get the quote. All right, so okay, what time are you at?
I'm at 44.
051.
Huh?
I'm at 51.
51. All right, let's go. I'm gonna get.
No, it's 51 now.
All right, you ready?
Alright.
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Committed to family fun and above all, faith. They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility. They don't let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? But most importantly,
I think we need to pause here because this is also like, oh, they're allowed to walk during the day, so we know something happened between FNAF 2 and FNAF 1 that caused them to stop walking around during the day.
Which is the bite of 87.
Yeah,
As
so
we
it's
can
something
assume
that should
just
be written
from
down as
knowing.
an important note. So
Yeah. If we were pretending that like none of the layer games existed, you could also write down that Ralph is alive, but we are taking layer stuff into account, so that's just useless.
all right, and they're all tied into some criminal data, and yeah, they also have a criminal database. So that's another thing we should note down, isn't it? That they have a criminal database in them. Because even though this may be common knowledge, who knows? Maybe this will help someone with getting into FNAF too. That's also what this is for, is to help people get into FNAF without having to sit through like 50 MatPat videos.
It's also a first example of advanced robotics in the FNAF franchise.
All right. So I think we're ready. I'm at 108.
108?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 110.
There I go.
Yeah, same.
some kind of criminal database.
All right.
Go.
3, 2, 1, go.
So they can detect a predator a mile away. Hey, we should be paying them to guard you. Now that being said, no new system is without its kinks. You're only the second guard to work at that location. The first guy finished his week.
All right. Yeah, I think we pause here. This is another
Pause.
important thing.
With a
Okay.
second guard to work.
Yeah. So
You guys switch over to the day shift.
Got to pause. God, so much to talk about just in these calls. The night one calls are always packed.
I know the night one calls are like always super packed.
Scott dumping all his exposition on night one.
It's how it feels. So you're only the second guard.
He did pace it out better more in this game.
He
'cause
did.
You see I get the first.
You know what's
He's
weird?
probably like,
He's
oh,
talking about
this
this
not
like
gonna
as if
do
he's at a
well.
different location. You're only the second guard to work at that location.
Unwithered location. Unwithered location. Unwithered location.
Well,
Sorry.
it is possible because we do know in retrospect, it's just more we kind of confirmed FNAF 3, but there was many Freddy Fazbear's pizzas, so we don't really know. I think if they all closed after the MCI, or it was just the prime location. Because this could be the grand reopening of the prime location in a sense.
So I do think that is anything that he says like at that location, like as if he's at another location
Yeah, what do you think? Like, do you think it's possible not all the locations closed after the MCI?
It's just weird that he would mention that as like a detail. It like implies there's other locations than just this.
He also says later. He also says later in one of the calls, when talking about February's Diner, he says it was closed, which would imply it's not closed anymore. But we do know it is closed by this time.
Also, another thing is that the animatronics were already moving at night. Yeah, see that certain characters seem to move around at night, and he attempted to get into his office. So that implies that there is still something going on even in this week as well.
Yeah.
So mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seemed to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. He also says this should be impossible to do.
Unwooded location, unwooded location, unwooded location.
So that's interesting that like they're doing this when it should be impossible for them to try to get into his office. So that's another important detail to mark down. That's a long quote, but an important one.
Did you also write down that, like, this tells us that there's always, like, advanced technology or robotics?
Yeah, and the current working theory
this
is
stuff
that
was not possible in 80s.
Yeah. We also, okay, so they don't have a proper night mode, so they have one, but not a proper one.
At night, they become Skyrim NPCs.
So yeah, that is something important to quote. So, all right, I'm at 128. We ready?
I'm at 127.
Yeah, just give me a second.
All right. Are you ready with it?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
I actually
go.
only needed 1 second.
We switched him over to the day shift. So, hey, look, you were right. Mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seem to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while
Ralph the Yapper.
The working theory is that the robots were never given a proper
Ralph,
night
more
mode.
like
So
Yalf.
when it gets quiet, they think they're in the
Yeah.
wrong room. So then they go try to find where the people are. And
Ralph
that's
after.
your office. So our temporary solution is this. There's a music box over by the prize counter, and it's rigged to be wound up remotely.
We should probably pause on this
Every
one.
once in a while,
Let's talk about
switch over to the prize counter.
Wait.
Yeah. Yeah, it is weird that he says, but it does affect one of them, and he seems like
Feels like
creeped
it's
out.
meant to be more.
Like there's something with the marionette. Like he knows something.
Like he hates the puppet, literally.
Yeah. I'll just say Phone Guy seems weirded out or scared of the marionette for whatever reason.
Yeah. He also reaffirms. Wait. Yeah, he slightly somewhat reaffirms his claim in the first game where he says about the robot scene was the endoskeleton with a costume on. They were making up that bullshit back in 1987.
So it is weird that he would be creeped out of the puppet for some reason.
Well, he does say why in like the next call. He says like he's always thinking and he can go anywhere.
Yeah, true. All right, I'm at 214.
Oh, I kept playing that paragraph. I'm at 237.
Oh my lord. Okay. Try and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually, anything that wandered in will wander back out. So he says that anything that will wander in will wander back out, knowing very well that's not true. Because there's a total of 2 animatronics that will not leave.
Hey, dog.
If you have it on.
The mask and music box in this game are interesting. I feel like they're meant for more than they're actually used for.
Yeah, back from my dog house.
If Scott had 6 more months to cook with FNAF 2, I think that it would still be, to date, the best FNAF game ever.
In terms of lore, yes. In terms of gameplay, horrible.
No. I mean, if he had 6 more months to like refine the gameplay, it would still like be the best game. It has so much potential, so much cool stuff that he could have done.
Alright, put it on any time and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually, anything that wandered in will wander back out. So, alright. What time are you at, Draz? I think he's gone, isn't he?
I'm 222.
Alright, I'll just go to 222.
Oh, Draz died. Rip. Oh, we good to go?
Well, we have to wait for Draz.
Did Draz say anything, or did he just disappear? Because I zoned out for a bit.
I'm pretty sure he said something. I was just busy writing.
I'm back.
Oh my god, there's so much to go. Oh, okay, let's go.
Have y'all continued?
Oh, no. We're at
Wait, is it okay if we
2:23.
put it at 2 times speed? Because this is like 10 minutes, bro.
Yeah, we can
Okay,
do that.
well, we can do
Let's
75.
do 2 times speed.
Yeah, I'll do it 2 times.
I don't really care about the phone calls because we've done the phone calls like a billion times already.
Well,
People
I
have been
haven't,
analyzing
so.
these things forever.
I'm at
No, but what I
247.
mean is we are much less likely to find something new in the phone calls than in like the Easter eggs and background details,
Who
which
knows,
is what
we
chat
might-
is here for, probably.
Well, it's also for notes of importance for new people, too. This is for more than just veterans.
We've got the subtitles, but if you I don't mind, we can put it
Yeah.
at 1.5.
No, I'm fine with 2 times. I'm just saying, like, this is for more than just veterans. It's for
Yeah, no,
new
I get it.
people.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
At
Oh, yeah,
223? Or 222, because I know you're right there with her.
222, yeah.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
And that's what the rest of them get even easier. So you see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about robots thinking you was an endoskeleton without a costume on and wanting to stuff you in the suit. So hey, we've given you an empty gray fat bear head. Problem solved.
Still going on about this stuffing you in the suit.
Eventually, if it wandered in, we'll wander back out. Something else worth mentioning is kind of the quirky modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you
This is
to
a meta
close.
comment.
Hey, you have lights, and even though your flashlight can run out of power, the building cannot. So don't worry about the place going dark. Well, I think that's it. You should be golden.
Golden?
You need to keep the music box wound up.
Golden.
Be the case. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, so yeah, nothing else there.
Pretty much of a nothing burger, instead of
Yeah.
except for the first part.
Hello. See, I told you your first night wouldn't be a problem. You're natural. By now, I'm sure you've noticed the older models sitting in the back room. Those are for
This is the best one.
We just use them for parts now. The idea at first was to repair them.
On withered
They even
location.
started retrofitting them with some of the newer technology, but they were just so ugly.
All right, let's
Well,
pause here because
pause on
there
that.
is some things to point out here, like the retrofitting them and stuff like that. So
Oh, the
On withered
smell.
location.
The smell.
yeah, so there are things that we need to note here. So okay, so
It's still wild, like, they smell the bodies, but they don't see the bodies.
the
in the suits.
wizards are from the previous location. So basically that's pretty much saying that wherever they're from, this is like from the most recent location. And are just used for parts. All right, and then the wizards were given the newer technology, but stopped due to smell and. All right, they even started retrofitting them with some of the newer technology, but they were just so ugly and a smell. Okay. All right. I think we are ready to move on. I'm at 356.
359.
I'm at 4.
4. All right.
So I probably decided to just go in a whole new direction.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Go. Crash. Thank you so much for that. For the 5 gifted. All right. 3, 2, 1. Go.
And make them super kid friendly. The older ones shouldn't be able to
Hey,
walk around.
Crash,
But if they
thanks.
do, the whole Freddy head trick should work on them too. So whatever. I love those old characters. Did you ever see Foxy the Pirate? Oh wait, Foxy.
Oh, pause. Why does he? I'm so curious. I've always wondered why he does that. Oh wait, Foxy. Oh yeah, Foxy. Why does he do that? What's the deal with Foxy?
And the fact that he like geeks out over Foxy too.
Well, you can write down
And
that. I
then
think it says,
when he's
it
normal
says in
about
the
him.
game. Well, it says next night. I'm pretty sure that Foxy is his favorite. So you can say that Foxy is his favorite and that he knows Foxy acts different.
Like, cause it's also interesting that like he notes the difference between Marinette and Foxy from the others too. So yeah, I will say, phone guy loves Foxy.
And like no, but like, Wallace. Does anyone have any idea why he goes? Oh right, Foxy. Like, why would he do that?
I
Yeah,
think
oh,
the
wait.
context.
Foxy, oh, yeah,
I think
Foxy.
I think the context is him remembering. Oh wait, Foxy might move and he works differently than the others.
No, I think the context is Foxy's out of order. So he's like, wait a minute, can you see Foxy? Is Foxy there? Bro, Raven released a video while we were on stream. Insane.
Yeah.
That might kill your algorithm, by the way. It's not really good to do that, but sure.
It's my
whatever.
schedule. It's a
Let's hope it goes
help
well.
wanted gameplay. I'm not worried about it. they like barely get views anyways.
I really think they should have done a different channel for that. I think that would have helped a lot, but who gives a
womp,
fuck?
womp.
Yeah, exactly. Womp womp.
Well, wait.
By the way, thanks. Congratulations on passing 200 videos. Very cool.
God, yeah, I did do that, didn't I?
Oh, Raven, the guy who made the FNAF plush video that you were watching earlier today made a Minecraft movie brain rot video.
Oh,
I'm gonna have
God.
to watch this after the stream.
All right.
He appeals to my sense of humor. Sorry.
Wait, I think he is just talking about he knows Foxy's gonna move. He says that was a bit twitchy. I'm not sure if Fredhead will work on Foxy because that implies he knows the Wizards are gonna move and that Foxy works differently than the Wizards. So he's reminding Jeremy here that hey, Foxy cannot be tricked by the mask. That's why he says, "Oh yeah, Foxy."
Yeah, it's definitely like oh wait, yeah, I should probably tell you about Foxy. Not like he did something, but like, oh yeah, there's something about him you should know.
Yeah, I think there's not too much deep to it besides Foxy's his favorite, which he says verbatim the next night.
Yeah, so I do think the only thing that we should mention is that like he does flat say the older models will always get disoriented with bright lights, and it might work on the newer models, which it does in the game. So
It's like I always found so weird. It's like he has like an excuse for like all the behavior. It's like the company accounted for literally everything, every question. It has an excuse for it.
the thing is, they don't know what actually like what it would cause to make them do that, because he says it would cause a system restart or something. So they don't actually know what it does. They just know it stops them for a little bit.
We do see the
Alright.
bright lights thing, I think, reaffirmed in like I think Into the Pit, because it says like don't flash a light at Freddy.
Well, yeah, and
Something like
also in the Return to the Pit book, when you shine a light on Pit Trap, he like bugs out and dies.
Loser.
In the game, though, it doesn't really do that. I don't remember. And Into the Pit, when you shine a flashlight at Bonnie, does he stun?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Should I test it out? I could.
In which game again? Sorry.
Into the Pit.
Into the Pit. I'll test it out.
Into
Why
the
not?
Pit.
I think
I
I
don't
have a
think it
night
does.
5
I think
save.
he just continues to charge you.
I know that after the table, yeah, if you flashlight him while you're under the table, it'll stun him, which is how you get away.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. It does stun him, so that is something that is consistent. So that is a consistent detail that animatronics get stunned by bright lights. Yeah, lights also hurt the glam rocks too. Yeah, true, because with the fast cam.
I mean, to be honest, if you shined a fast cam at me or shot me with a phaser blaster, I'd be pretty pissed off and disoriented.
I mean,
so
yeah, they do say
I
the
don't know if
phaser
that's very
blaster could
respectful.
actually cause you to go blind if you're shot in the eyes with it, so...
It works on Vanessa. It works on Vanessa, so...
Which
Like,
then makes
in the
it
code, it's
interesting that it
programmed to
doesn't
use it
work
on
on
the-
Moon, which is weird, but I think that's just Steelwool and Scott not thinking far ahead, because Scott was holding a lot of information.
Moon is
They
like the
rushed it out.
darkness, bro.
Blind
Think he's immune
Vanessa
to light.
Fury. Blind Vanessa Fury.
Alright, I think we should continue, so I'm at 423.
I'm at 425.
423. I'm at 422, yeah.
Alright, I went to 25. Alright.
Come on,
Three.
let's just get it over with, bro.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
The Freddy head trick will work on Foxy. If for some reason he activates during the night and you see him standing at the far end of the hall, just flash your light at him from time to time. Those older models are always get disoriented with bright light. You would call the system restart or something. Come to think of it, you might try that on any room where something undesirable happens. Can I hold the plate for a few seconds? That glitch might carry over to the newer models too. One more thing, don't forget the music box. I'll be honest, I don't like that puppet section.
Pause here.
Yeah.
Right down the puppet
Yeah.
is always thinking and can go anywhere. And that is more aware because the frame master also won't fool it.
You know the thing where you can see the puppet on the cameras, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool, bro. Puppets just aura farming.
I love this line because it tells us from the very
Okay,
start. the puppet is unique.
Unwittered, I know you're not in chat, and I know that you're busy and on vacation, but I'm manifesting this for FNAF 2 reboot. Please, bro. Please, when you inevitably do an animation of the puppet coming to get the player, please make her fly down the halls. It would be so cool.
Alright, I think we are good to continue. I'm at
Wait,
a
is it-
504.
Count to cam.
It's like it's like that meme of like Ares. If you do this, I will. My life.
Let me voice a trash can and my life is yours.
I wear the truth.
I don't,
Help
I
the
don't
Sorry,
puppet
Theory,
fly
thank you
to
so much
the
for
hall.
the 2. I was taking a sip of my water. Let me read. So, quantum agony, flashlight is light energy, agony is dark, flashlight affects animatronic, basically.
I'm very confused, but I agree.
I get the sentiment.
Yeah, I get the sentiment, yeah. Alright.
By the
are
way, yeah,
we-
FNAF 2 reboot coming at some point in time, which is really cool. It's gonna make FNAF 2 actually good.
Are we ready to continue?
It's always good. It's always good, huh?
I'm at 504.
Where are we at? I'm at 5.
I'm at 505.
Alright, go to like 504, 505.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, I'm at 504.
3, 2, 1, go.
That can go anywhere. I don't think it's very nice before, so just don't forget the music box. Anyway, I'm sure it won't be a problem. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, night 2 was interesting enough. Then the other nights I think are nothing burgers until the investigation.
Never know.
Yeah, I told you we wouldn't have any problems. Did Foxy ever repair the hallway? Probably not. I was just curious. Like I
Yeah.
said, he was always my favorite.
Yeah.
Who's just
They
yapping?
they thought the first one was too scary, so they redesigned them to be more kid-friendly instead of Kids Cove to keep the toddlers entertained, you know. But
Wait, I know what to write down.
The
Is
staff literally had to put Foxy back
Mangle
together every shift. So they just stopped trying to let them
turn
try
into a
to
take apart, put back together attraction? Because that can be useful for later.
You know what? Yeah, pause. Yeah, that is. I have to go back 5 seconds, dang it.
Take apart.
Alright, so...
Thank you to On With The Truth for making me think of that.
Are we still running or is it
No,
pause?
I said pause.
We're running. Oh,
Just go like the 6. That's why I'm at.
Okay, so...
That's the only like relevant thing on here is that Mangle got turned into a take
Wait,
apart, put
how
back
do
together
you-
attraction.
Miley, how do you pass night 1 without winding the music box? I'm curious.
Just don't die.
Bro. Like, actually, for real though.
Just shoot the puppet. Jeremy probably brought a gun inside.
I find it interesting that they tried to remake him, but it didn't work. And then they made Mangle. Or, well, Funtime Foxy.
Well, they did remake him successfully, but the kids were like devils, and they just took him apart. We also gotta write down that kids are supernaturally strong in the FNAF world because they're taking apart a giant metal endoskeleton. They're like all Viltrumites or something. Viltrumite Fury.
Alright, I think we're good to continue. I'm at 611.
Oh, you're way ahead of me.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
Wait, what time stamp are we at?
Brother! 614.
Brother! This guy's
640?
614!
14.
Oh,
Withered.
I'm that far ahead.
Withered,
Jesus.
the ears! Use them!
What?
You got. I guess you can say he has withered
What?
ears.
Yeah, withered ear theory.
What?
There we go.
Ear victim, withered ear victim. Okay, I'm good to go.
3.
3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, I think the employees report them as just the mangle. Okay, before I go, I wanted to ease your mind about any rumors you might have heard lately. You know how these local stories come and go and seldom mean anything. I can personally assure you that whatever is going on out there, however tragic it may be, has nothing to do with our establishment. It's just all rumor and speculation. People try to make about
I feel like we should pause here. Because
Yeah, I think you could. You could write down that this tells us that there are rumors that are going around about Fazbear,
Yeah,
bad
like
things happening there.
yeah, there's like weird stuff going on. And it's also leading up to when Ralph like freaks out eventually about there being more murders. So it's like, could these rumors have been about possibly another set of murders happening at this new location? Like that's a theory, but like, what were those rumors? Kind of deal.
Also, it can just be rumors in general about the past, because we know it left a stigma.
Yeah.
I heard they come to life at night. I hear they come to life at night, and they... What's the full thing? They kill you and hide your body.
Alright. Alright, I think I am ready. 644.
Yes.
Or actually, I should also mention the guard during the day reported nothing unusual on this day. I think that is something to kind of like
Yeah, because
point
he's
out.
William. And
Yeah,
he's
so
lying.
I do think that's something to point out. So
Are we sure it's
Understand?
not Paul Afton?
Shush. We do not talk about people often.
When the movie reveals, right, that Paul Afton was involved in the murders and he was William's like mentor. Or eat your words.
alright.
William's
644,
fucking
are we
yoga
ready?
figure.
Yep.
3,
Yes.
2, 1, go.
And he's gonna watch from opening so close. Okay, well anyway, hang in there, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, that didn't have that much. Night
Yeah, it
4 or
didn't
night
have
5
much.
is where it gets juicy, probably.
Yeah.
Night 6 is peak.
Oh, hey there, nice work. I told you to get the hang of it. Okay, so just to update you, there's been someone I've been...
Alright, yeah, here you go, pause. Because now we have an investigation, so...
You just write down this investigation, there's not much beyond that.
I mean, yeah, I'll write down the quote, obviously. And they may have to close for a few days. So... Well, there's been somewhat, which is weird. Yeah, and Fazbear Entertainment.
I guess you could say this tells us that whatever happened has already occurred.
I mean, it
'Cause
could
there are
also be
some
that like the
people-
rumors are spreading so much that the police is starting to get like paranoid because of what happened. You know, whenever you think happened 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whenever you think 85 location happens, they're like, well, there's rumors going around of something happening here. We might want to investigate it.
I know there's some who believe the DCI occurs during Jeremy's shift, like that week. But I never
Another weird thing, he
understood
says these things happen sometimes. So this isn't the first time they've gone under.
MCI. Post MCI.
DCI,
So yeah.
The people who deny DCI, you're silly. And I hope you learn from your mistakes.
There is some things to note,
meaning
like
to
right
say-
here.
I was meaning to say something a bit more harsh, but I decided to make it a bit lighter.
All right, 721 is where I'm
What I
at.
was gonna say is, if you don't believe in the DCI, you're stupid, and I hope you start making good theories.
I expect an apology video to you and all your friends who don't believe the DCI.
Are we good at 721?
I'm at 723.
I'll go there.
May have been closed for a few days.
All right, we ready?
Mhm.
Withered Circle.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Sorry, I'm zoning out. What timestamp?
723.
Yeah, that's where I am.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
I want to emphasize, though, that it's really just a precaution. Fazbear Entertainment denies any wrongdoing. These things happen sometimes. It'll all get sorted out in a few days. Just keep an eye on things, and I'll keep you posted. Just as a side note, though, try to avoid eye contact with any of the animatronics side if you can. Someone may have tampered with their facial recognition system.
Okay,
Alright,
there's
yeah.
one thing here.
Yeah,
I
pause.
think that's the staff.
Yeah, this is DCI shenanigans right here, basically.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, so I'll just say, like, just flat out what he says. Someone
Yeah,
possibly
this
tampered
shows us
with the animatronics facial
This is-
recognition.
Yeah, it's the first time we were told that the animatronics are particularly friendly to children, but will treat all staff like they're the worst person in the world.
And then the animatronics are starting to act hostile towards adults.
This is particularly, it says staff particularly at the top there.
Yeah,
It doesn't say adult
well,
one.
but when they counter an adult at the end, so I think it's just adults in general.
It's somewhat different because they just stare at adults, but they're aggressive to staff.
Yeah, they're aggressive towards the staff and stare at adults. Okay, fair.
Which kind of fits what we know, because they're
towards-
they're inherently hostile to all night guards, which are staff, but to adults, they just don't trust them.
Yeah. They interact with the kids just fine, but when they encounter an adult, they just stare. Okay. All right. 753. Withered Circle.
Ready?
Yeah, what's up?
753.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah, I'm at 7:53. Look, I'm gonna stay here for like maybe a little bit more, like maybe half an hour, 45.
If you need to
I'll
go,
be
you need to
an
go.
hour.
It's fine. Don't worry. Because I can
And
tell
see,
you're
I'm gonna
getting
stay here.
bored. So
I'm not getting bored. I'm getting tired because usually
Which is
these streams
fair.
are super late for me. Like, it's not late for me. It's like 10:30, but it's late enough that I start zoning out. I'm not
yeah.
bored.
So if you
I
want,
wanna
we
be
can
here
get
to
through
the
the
end.
phone calls, and then we can get Shizu in here if Shizu
The
wants to join.
faster we can do the boring stuff where I'm forced to listen to the stuff and to look at still
All right.
images.
Well, we're almost
and
done
the
anyways.
faster
Then.
we
So
can
yeah,
talk
let's go
about
through it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Three.
Like no pressure.
Countdown.
No pressure.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Usual, almost aggressive toward the staff. They interact with the kids just fine, so when they encounter an adult, they just stare. Anyway, hang tight, go all fast. Good night.
All right. Night 5.
Good
Here we
old
go.
pass. It's interesting.
Oh, hey, good job, night 5. Hey, keep a close eye on things.
All right. Yeah. Pause right away. Because yeah, building's on lockdown.
I think all that really matters is that there's a former employees aren't allowed in or out, and that something happened with the previous day guard.
All right. No one is allowed in or out.
In and out reference promo.
Yeah, this is where it's gonna get fun, isn't it?
Oh, I'm gonna love Night 6.
Fun.
Dude, I just saw the brain rot T2S posted in your server wizard. L14, who art in unwitted location. Lefty DCI, B die Scott Coffin. Die Matt Pat come. Die left DCI be done. On unwitted location as it is an unwitted location. Give us to stay on Daily Scott, and forgive us our Matt Pats, as we forgive those who Matt Pat against us, and lead us not into Lefty DCI, but deliver us from 14.
Alright.
This is implying Lefty DCI and 14 are evil. And what is it? And lead us not. Look. Sorry. I'm sorry if I get us completely wrong. I'm not religious, but deliver us from 14 is but deliver us from temptation, right? So 14
Yes.
is the temptation of the fearest. That's sick, actually.
8:30.
8:30.
Yep,
Okay.
8:30.
Yeah, ready.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Canada don't know lockdown, no one allowed in our house, especially concerning any previous employees. When we get it all sorted out, we may move you to the day shift. The position just became available. We don't
My
have
race.
Pause here.
No, not 587. Day shift position just became
Yeah.
available as William Leaf in the location.
Yeah.
Pause here when he talks about Fredbear's Diner.
Yeah, so
Because
so
what I pulled out earlier is that you mentioned the language that was used. Here it says the place was Fredbear's Family Diner, implying it was closed, it was that, and now it's something else, and it's, was implied past tense. If it was logically, English grammatically, if it was still closed, you say, like, is Fredbear's Family Diner.
he also mentions that it's been closed for years.
Yeah.
So
There is the theory, which isn't really relevant here, but there is the theory that the Fredbear's Diner becomes a Freddy's at some point. So it does kind of fit with the wording phrase that it was Fredbear's Diner, and it became something else.
well, he does change what he says afterwards, where he says it has been closed, like it's been closed. So he does change it up from was to it is.
Yeah, Fredbear's Diner was closed. Fredbear's Diner's closed, but it still could have became a Freddy's, which is open.
It's I think the name of the place was Freddy's Family Diner, something like that. It's been closed for years though. I doubt we'll be able to track anybody down. So like it's still closed. It basically depends, do you go with the was or do you go with the it's?
Well, the way you could read it is as if the place was Fredbear's Family Diner, so that it's been closed for years. So Fredbear's could have closed and then reopened as Freddy's. And that's a theory that's always since around FNAF 3-ish.
I think we got one more. Alright, 8:50.
I'm 1 second ahead. Just
Withered,
Yeah, what's up? What's the timestamp?
8:50.
Yeah, that's where I am.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Contact the original restaurant owner. I think the name of the place was Red Bear's Family Diner or something like that. They're closed for years now. I doubt we'll be able to track anybody down. So just get through one more night. Hang in there. Good night.
Yes, my favorite phone call is coming up.
This is the best one.
Mm-hmm.
I got a hot take with this one.
Hello.
Not really.
Oh, no.
What are you doing there? Didn't you get a memo? The place is closed
Okay, I
hate
think we
to
should
slow
pause.
down.
I think we should pause, yep.
Yes, I have to
This
say.
is my favorite and the least favorite call.
Someone used it, we had spread back a yellow one, someone used it. We'll see when we go into the cameras, but this is the night where Golden Freddy is meant to become very prominent, and mentions the back room, which we'll see like the Shadow Freddy Easter egg soon. So, it is referring to Fredbear.
Yeah, it's definitely Fredbear.
Alright, and then
I don't like this call. It's too confusing.
How's it confusing?
Because the spare suit in the back, the yellow one, doesn't match up with what we knew about the DCI, and there's no reason for her to, you know.
I don't see why Afton can't just.
There's no reason for the suit to be moving. I suppose, but the DCI already happened. The DCI was like on night 3. So there's no point.
The DCI could have happened the week before. Oh, week before.
The what?
But the DCI probably happened like the week before the Jeremy shift.
All right, are we ready to go from here? Because I just finished writing it down.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'm at 9:32. I'm trying to get through this as fast as possible for Withered's sake.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
kind of losing it over here.
All right, 9:32. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
A while. Someone used one of the suits.
Let's finish
that.
that.
A yellow one. Someone used it. Now none of them are acting right. Listen, just finish your shift. It's safer than trying to leave in the middle of the night. We have one more event scheduled for tomorrow. It's a birthday.
This
Finish
one.
the
Shift. Wear your uniform. Stay close to the animatronics. Make sure they
It's the last thing. It's like
for now, just make it through the night.
this is
All right,
last
I'm gonna
birthday
pause
schedule
here.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Wear
yeah.
uniform.
I'll write
Listen,
down that.
Maybe.
Yeah. So
Rest in peace, Jeremy. You had a bright future. You didn't actually. You were made to suffer. Imagine being this guy called Jeremy. Bro is like, he hears all of this. Like, know what? Yeah,
All right.
I'm not going to quit on the spot.
Eventually, I'll probably take a night shift myself. Okay, good night and good luck.
Jeremy, if you're called Jeremy in the FNAF universe, you're cooked, bro.
all right, I think we now get to move on to the mini games.
Finally.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Mini games should be fast, actually,
Yeah,
because
they
we
should
already
be.
know all about the mini games, and they don't have many details worth pointing out.
So,
I think the
wiki
one that's
page on them?
most detail heavy is Save Them.
I was looking up
Which one do we
each one
want
one
to
by
start
one.
with?
Okay, I'm
Let's
bringing
do
up the
FNAF 2
death
mini
mini games like
mini-
right now, so that I can have like a screenshot of it like up on screen.
Okay. Maybe Doctor.
The first one.
Well, maybe
The first one.
this-
The first one on his list is Save Them.
Yeah, the first one on my list is Save Them. We'll just go through that. Yeah.
Save.
I looked up a video of FNAF 2 all mini games. There is this one by Mr. Degradation. Do we watch the top one?
I was just gonna use the wiki.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like have like just
Sure,
an
why
image
not?
of it of Save Them, and then when we do Take Cake, I'll just switch it to an image of Take Cake.
I can also like dispose.
Oh, whatever then.
Okay, so I do want to mention that Golden Freddy is an Easter egg in Save Them.
He like has an 100% chance of appearing, but isn't it just on different pages?
It's completely random. Sometimes you'll run into him, sometimes you won't.
I played Save Them once. I don't think I saw him.
Yeah, he is weird. So like Golden Freddy is already kind of like teleport, and he just fades away too when you walk up to him. He gains the dots and then he disappears.
There's a couple things I would know about Save Them that I love yapping about random mini games. Is one, everyone knows there's a Secret 6 bloodstain. That's a thing.
Yeah, hold on, what's that? Golden Freddy.
Main goal also.
Golden Freddy. I lost my train of thought about Golden Freddy now. What'd you do to me? Oh yeah. And rarely.
Is an Easter
This
egg.
guy just
here.
solved Golden
Barely
Freddy,
here.
but Draz yapped, so now it's over. Cancel Draz.
I know. Draz
Imagine
loves
he has, like, the-
yapping.
We all do, okay? I think I'm the most
I'm a-
yapper out of all of us.
I'm an agent of Scott, okay? I've been sent to not allow you to stop them.
All right. And yeah, let's talk about the bloodstains and the because there's 5 dead bodies but 6 bloodstains.
Yes, and I relate that to the 6th one. You could add in the notes that it could correlate to JJ, whose Easter egg is hiding under a table. So like, 5 dead kids for 5 dead bodies, 1 secret animatronic for a secret bloodstain.
That's something I'll kind of
On the
mention in JJ's Easter egg kind of bit.
Yeah, that's fair. There's also
We also have to mention the "you can't" from William.
yeah, there's also the main goal having the file name that says he was here or he is here.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna go into files too much, but I think that is something to note. Yeah,
No, we shouldn't go into files because the files have a bunch of weird stuff.
it
But
does.
he was here is worth calling out.
Yeah, he was here is worth calling out.
Yeah. There's also, you could, as a note, is that it seems the puppet leads the animatronics because puppet wakes up Freddy and commands him to follow and do the thing, and Freddy just obeys. Any puppet fans in the chat? Charlie sweep.
Yeah, and then isn't save them spelled out in the background too?
Yeah. S-A-V-E.
They all spell stuff in the background except for Foxy Go Go Go.
Because no one cares about that.
Oh yeah,
minigame.
because take cake is save him, isn't it?
It's save him, save them.
Help them, forgive, give life.
All right.
Yeah,
so
and give gifts is help them. Everyone forgets about that one.
also we should also mention that Mangle's the only kind of like I guess active animatronic besides Freddy in this and Marionette that like they're the only one that's just kind of like moving around.
Yeah.
True. Golden Freddy.
Mangle
Yeah, I
dog
did write down
confirmation?
Gold Freddy can appear.
Can't believe Scott was plotting Mangle Dog since 2014.
Someone just subscribed, but I can't see it. Who was it? Golden Freddy just subscribed.
No way. Post the lore.
Lore. Okay, we move on to Take Cake next.
Lore.
The Take Cake is
Oh,
next.
already? That was fast.
I mean, these are gonna go by really quick, so.
Take cake, children.
Alright, so yeah, we have Take Cake next. So, what does good old Take Cake kind of like really do? I mean, the one thing that's interesting is that Freddy is allowed to walk around during the day, which is a detail that he points out in Night that they're like, oh, now they're even allowed to walk around during the day.
Well, I mean,
No,
that's kind of, we got
don't do this
retroactive
to me.
knowledge, but we
Don't
do
do
know
this to me.
now from the week before there were Freddy suits that people would use back in the
Oh
day.
yeah,
that kind of
Foxy
fit.
Go 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 is the only one missing the puppet.
Interesting.
Are we including like retrospective knowledge, Raven? Because in the week before we have the Freddy suit that resembles the Take Cake Freddy that Ralph says people used to wear.
I mean, true. So this could be a Springlock suit, but then that's weird because then we have a Freddy Springlock here. Or we have a contradiction in Scott's own story.
Hear me out. Hear me
Why-
out. That's Fredbear.
It could be.
That's Freddy's. It's
Yeah.
Fredbear, it's Freddy's. That's my opinion.
I
mean,
think
it could
it's
be.
Freddy at Fredbear's.
I think it's just Freddy at a location involving
Yeah, whatever.
animatronics.
It can be Freddy, I don't care.
Yeah, I think you could also note in there that the location seems smaller based on the box.
Yeah, it is a smaller, but yet again, like this isn't the full location either.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we can really use the size here as something that's like. Yeah, there are no Springlock suits as a FNAF 2, so moving Freddy means it's Freddy, the animatronic moving. It depends on when you place this, though.
Or it means someone is wearing Freddy.
Yeah,
Like Henry.
I thought you
yeah,
said
I've
Gregory.
heard that
like,
theory. But it's weird that we have like a Freddy animatronic or a Fredbear, whatever you want to say it is, like bringing a cake around, which is something he's never known to do. So I feel that does imply more that like it might be like someone wearing it, but like the only time Glamrock Freddy can take cake to children, and he's the only known Freddy besides this Freddy to take cake to children, to our knowledge, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do we think on that?
Well, wait. No. I just got gaslit the faking Spring Bonnie carried a cupcake for some reason. I don't know why I thought that.
He does.
What?
So he's associated He's associated with a cupcake. Because there's a golden cupcake, and the golden cupcake is one of the rare Easter eggs in FNAF 3. Ooh.
Well, I was going to say that if he carries a
Spring
cupcake, then Fredbear could have been the cake guy.
Nah, it's just whatever. I don't think he actually carried the cupcake. The yellow cupcake is just related to Springlock Zeus. One of those two carried the cupcake. And
Yeah,
it was
because
probably
Glamour Freddy
Fredbear,
takes cake
be
to the
honest.
children. That's what I'm finding weird.
Hmm.
You're saying Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria Simulator uses the same phrase, so Rockstar Freddy? Question mark?
Nah.
Because they do have 5 fingers.
No.
But then you gotta think about, okay,
Oh,
when
by the
this
way,
game came out, right? When this game came out, what Freddy would this be? It's not Toy Freddy.
I mean, yeah, we're not gonna be like theorizing in the future, but like that's a theory that like you could use. Like Rockstar Freddy has 5 fingers. This could have been Rockstar Freddy at a location, but who knows? I do think it's important to point out that like regardless, this is talking about something pre-87.
Yeah.
And from what Phone Guy tells us in this game, this Freddy moving should be impossible. Because it's during the day. Unless the black background is meant to be night, but everything's on a black background. So I don't know if we can even use that. And we know Charlie's death later on is like probably is at night, isn't it? So like, but that's a later game thing. So from what this game tells us, this should be impossible.
Hmm. You can add that.
It's interesting
you
to think about. I don't really know.
Obviously, you should also put in there that it says save him.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Scott retconned you, Sammy. We'll bring you back one day.
Yeah, unless it's during 87. So like either this is during 87 and this puts Charlie's death at 87, or
No!
this is in the past and this Freddy moving is either Springlock or it's something that should be impossible, or it's nighttime and for some reason guests are still there at night, which shouldn't be happening. So there's a lot of weird things with this
Late towers
minigame.
population. Plus, it's super late in Security Puppet. It's like after dark already.
Yeah, it's like after dark. So like it's
Just-
weird. Because
Well, it is raining.
they do close at nighttime. Like they do that. Because you have day shift and then it's closed at night for the night shift guards. So unless there's like a difference between just
closes
one
at
random
midnight.
location.
That's all we know. All we know
True.
is that it closes at midnight.
So then do
I think
do
it
we
closes
say
at
the
midnight
night mode
because it's
is only
late hour
activated
operation.
at midnight, or is it activated like as sun goes down?
It can be sun goes down. I think that's fair.
The robot is not moving, brother.
It is.
Yeah, the Freddy moves. The whole point of the mini game. Okay.
I'm inclined to believe that Scott intended to be a suit based on the week before. It'd be Scott trying to show us, hey, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I do think that either this is a suit or it's happening in 87 because there's no other explanation for it.
Charlie 87 is going to make me.
5 Lap says
Make-
it closes at 6 p.m. Does it actually?
No, that's bullshit. No way. MCI
Shizu,
had to die later.
Shizu, I need that screenshot.
What he say?
He said that it closes at 6 p.m.
Okay, I'm gonna go play 5 Laps at Freddy's because Shizu's not sending a screenshot.
Shizu, I'm gonna 1v1 you.
You should have said you're gonna be on my
No, I'm gonna
list.
play 5 Laps. This is a good excuse for me to play 5 Laps at Freddy's.
Okay. Also, Shizu did point out something to
It will
me.
allow me to
FNAF
test-
1 is a self-contained story, so there is no other location. So in FNAF 1, the 85 location and the FNAF 1 location are the same. In
hey,
FNAF
Fred's
1
looked
alone.
at- Hey, Fred, when's that new interactive book coming out? The new kid.
Okay, I'm gonna test out the 6 p.m. thing. Even if Shizu sends the screenshot, I'm gonna test it out because I have my doubts.
Oh yeah, when does Night Shift appear as well?
I'm testing it out. Bonnie, you bitch! You just crashed into me and drove me off the course. That's what you deserve.
This is why robots can't have driver's license.
Gameplay.
Honestly,
can
I
just
wasn't
say?
expecting Take Cake to actually kind of give us a decent debate here. That this is interesting.
Yeah, actually, I wasn't expecting it to be so interesting.
I'll take any option that isn't Charlie 87.
Because I think we do have to point out that like this should be impossible by what FNAF 2 tells us about the animatronics being able to move during daytime.
Yeah, I never thought about that before. Yeah, true. I just always assumed it was meant to be old Freddy or a guy in a suit of Freddy.
But it would have to be a Springlock at that point if it is a guy in a suit of Freddy.
Well, in FNAF 2, like,
she's right. Night shift starts at 6 p.m.
Night shift starts at 6 p.m.
Yep.
All
That's
right.
weird.
So then, yeah, so if Charlie gets killed at night, this should be impossible unless this location is just weird.
It's an older Freddy's. They don't have to follow the same rules.
Yeah, it's an older Freddy's, but that's the only information we have about a closing time, isn't it?
The only reason the animatronics walk around at night is because of the bite of 87, and this was before the bite, so it doesn't matter.
True.
So screw it. It never mattered.
Now what? You never mattered!
Well, but the thing is, he says it's a new feature that they're able to move during the day.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Listen. It happened at night, right? At night, they don't move. They don't have free roam at night. They only introduced free roam in 87. Before that, they just stayed on their stage. Right? And so when the bear is moving in Take Cake, either it's the free roam that's activated at night, or there's someone in the suit. It's weird.
It's just the fact
I
that
understand how that's
when
kind
he's
of weird
talking
logic.
about the new features, and he's like, and they can even move around during the day now.
Yeah, that's weird.
So, like, if this would be taking place during the day, this should be impossible. So, like, they can move at night, but not at day until 1987 FNAF 2 rolls around. So, if FNAF 2 is like, oh, this is at day, then this should be impossible. If it's happening at night, then this is possible. All right.
My brain's kind of fried from it.
It's weird. It's probably just an unintentional detail. It probably doesn't mean anything.
Oh yeah, the spring locks can only move when there's noise.
I would say...
Yeah, and there's the noise of children begging for cake. Oh no, never mind. Problem solved then.
But then
It's
that
the
means
spring
this is
locks
also
moving
a
by
spring
themselves.
lock.
Yeah, it's Springlock Freddy.
Well, you could argue that. I think the argument I would make is that maybe Scott recognized the possible inconsistency there, so that's why he recontextualized it to be a Freddy suit.
Okay, I will still leave it as it should be impossible to what Phone Guy says, but I'll also mark down spring locks are known to be able to move towards noise. I'll write that down, because it seems there is a contradiction here in the story that should be pointed out. Depending on how you view this.
Nero, you told me like it was more likely that we were going to debate over the MCI newspapers. The last thing I expected is us to argue over the Freddy.
Yeah, no, the Freddy
That's
is
insane.
a lot more interesting than I thought.
That's why so many people talk about this minigame. To everyone's chagrin.
Wait,
So then, yeah. So the only way this is possible then is if Freddy's a spring lock. If he's not a spring lock or doesn't have the feature of being able to move towards noise, this is impossible. By FNAF 2
Huge
standards.
Springlock
That's
suit.
the
Okay,
statement.
problem solved. Springlock
So, yeah.
Freddy, who cares?
Yeah, so either he has to have the features or he's spring lock Freddy.
I just think it's a suit. It was an empty suit type thing. People just wore. That is retroactive knowledge, though.
Well, yeah, Freddy, yeah, technically by this game standards, you can ignore the noise too. But, like, that's just you being gameplay. It's intended for you to go towards the angry children, so. If we go by what's intended, you're going towards the noise constantly. And not ignoring it.
True.
So, That was an
FNAF
interesting
3
one.
sets up that was very
Yeah.
interesting.
Finally got
I'm still playing Five Nights at Freddy's, by the way.
Give life.
I like that debate. That was a cool one. That was cool.
That was a very cool debate. That was fun.
All right, now we move on to give gifts.
Give life. My favorite minigame.
Okay, well, obviously the first thing we have to mention is the Golden Freddy in the center, or the fifth kid in the center.
He gets no mask. Write down he gets no mask. Also, like I said earlier, but Puppet says help them in this minigame.
Yeah.
And something to write down. I'm not sure if it's Fury territory, but the if you look at the way it's presented, is that give life is like a sentence, right? Give life, give the gift of life. And
I mean,
so,
yeah, I feel like that's what we're going into theory. Like, it could be that, but why wouldn't the minigame just be called that? Plus, the minigame technically isn't even called, like, it is called give gifts, give life. So you give gift, then give life. There's no, like, give the gift, then give the life. It's just, you give the gift, then life. Yeah. So, I guess you could say the order is like you give the gifts, then you give the life.
though it does correlate life to an animatronic head.
Yeah, so I mean, I will say,
Interesting.
first you give gifts, then you give the life.
Anyone who denies the puppet cost possession,
Like, that you can argue, because
I
you
will-
do just
I
give
don't
gifts,
think
then
I don't know
give
if the
life.
puppet calls
I will
possession.
dance.
I don't know if the puppet calls possession, but it definitely aided possession.
Also, I need
I
to
just-
mark down Golden Freddy jump scares you.
I just don't see how you could. Personally, I just don't see how one can like see the minigame and not think the public caused possession. Like, give life seems the most it's like one of the most explicit things to me. Wait, what?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Foxy Go 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 is about to be interesting because Foxy shouldn't be able to move either. And he's also going to where the noise is. He's
Okay, I'm done with
programmed.
5 Ups at Freddy's.
Oh god, dude. All right, I think we have. I think we have everything here. For give gifts, give life. Like this one's
For
pretty.
the minigames.
No,
Give
for
gifts.
give gifts.
Yeah, give gifts is simple enough. Did you put Golden Freddy with specifically that it's one frame?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said a fifth kid appears in the center after all the kids get a mask. The fifth kid does not receive a mask. Golden Freddy jump scares you at the end.
Okay, good, perfect.
Now I'm saying when we go to Foxy Go Go Go, if anyone here mentions that dumb scan line making it seem like a frown,
Oh yeah, anyone said?
His number.
Remember when I yelled at you for that?
Yes, I do. On my birthday too.
Okay.
oh wait, what
That's
stream
not
was that? I watched it.
It was in the Midnight
That was-
Motorist one for
yeah.
his birthday.
Oh yeah, I watched that one.
Yeah, I yelled at him for it because I knew it was like, no, that is not a frown. That is not a frown.
I was like tweaking at the screen while watching that stream. Like,
Okay, I think the first thing we need to mention. Wait, is Purple Guy always there? No, he's only there on the last one.
wait, purple guy, that's pink, dude. Pink.
I'm saying Purple Guy. I don't care.
Yeah, purple guy. No, it's pink guy.
I'm just getting you. I'm
It's
just saying William. I don't care. 1v1 me.
It's pink guy from Take Cake as well.
This minigame is like a nothing burger.
Yeah, it
You
is.
should-
It's like on surface level, it's so nothing burger. It's only cool and like interesting to think about when you look into the details. Surface level, there's nothing to put down.
No, there was like nothing there besides it just shows William killed 5
Well,
kids.
we do have the same debate with Foxy as we do Freddy now, as well. Because by logic, if he's not a spring life, he doesn't have the noise thing, he shouldn't be able to move around.
But we can tell though we can also say that this minigame is not accurate because it shows Foxy just walk into a room and seeing the MCI, which is not what the newspaper said. So
Yeah, also true, but it's just something to kind of point out. So I'll say, I don't know how we should explain this. If we like, how would you explain it to someone who's new?
ignore Foxy Go Go Go.
I'll say this.
Foxy, no, say it. Foxy Go 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 is showing us the missing children incident, but it is not meant to be taken literally, and the stuff that is shown in this minigame isn't an actual version of what happened. Most of these minigames are very vague anyway.
Yeah, like it's so vague. Some believe this is like a third murder set.
No. No.
I'm just telling you what the people think.
Well, the people are wrong.
The people being Drazam.
Hey, I forgot to mark down for one of the past ones. William.
If you ever find me saying there's a third murder spree, whether you can just like make up whatever, and I'll admit to it. Just make up like a lie, and I'll just act like it's.
I mean, it happens on the third one, which go. You have three again. You know, he goes 3 times. William appears on the 3rd time. And I believe Withered Foxy jump scares you on this one, which is another thing to point out.
Yes, it's Withered Foxy.
Golden Freddy is following us.
So what's interesting is you get no jump scare, then you get a puppet jump scare, a Golden Freddy jump scare, and a Withered Foxy jump scare. Which Foxy is a weird character to choose. It confirms Foxy did the bite evade and why he's twitchy in the first place. Well, he bit 5 kids.
He bit 5 kids.
I'm sorry, that's all I could like hear when I read that. And I also do want to say this is like looking like FNAF 1 Foxy because he's even missing like the lower parts of his legs. And FNAF 2
it's
Foxy.
intentional.
So like
1985 Foxy is also stated to be missing parts. And Into the Pit, he's literally taken
yeah, that's
for
right. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Foxy's been broken since like 1983. Like something happened at the beginning of Freddy's that leads to him just always being broken.
Yeah,
We
true.
gotta get the view count up. We gotta get the
In Fright, no one remembers him being fixed. Like there's never anything like, oh yeah, I remember when he was fixed. No, he's just always broken, bro.
Yeah.
We got
So
14
I think
man.
we're past the death minigame, so it's time. The Easter eggs.
Oh, by the
That's
way,
right, okay.
I'm not gonna comment on Shadow Bonnie because I'm making a big ass Shadow Bonnie video. So I have some thoughts, but I don't want to spoil them. I'll
Okay.
probably invite both of you on the video. I'll invite a lot of people probably.
List of Easter eggs.
Okay,
ignore
I
the
will
shameless
say,
plug. Subscribe.
however, help us try to connect what this game is implying to us, at the very least. So,
Oh no,
okay,
of course. I just want to
so
point out Shadow
JJ
Bonnie
being under a
specifically.
table. JJ appears
6
under-
DCI victim.
table, which could be a reference to the 6th blood pool in save.
Under the table. And then Shadow Bonnie.
And save them. Okay. Yeah, RWQ is weird. Why he appears in the office and crashes your game is the one thing that's weird.
Because
Shadow Bonnie's much more unnatural.
Like, yeah,
That's
he
all
is-
I'm gonna say. Because I think Shadow Freddy is much more tangible than Shadow Bonnie.
Yes, I agree completely.
Shadow Freddy, I feel like could even have been a suit at one point in time because of the FNAF movie.
Yeah. So, I'm also going to point out RWQ has the body of Toy Bonnie. Like, that's something to point out. But,
Also,
more
doesn't Shadow Bonnie have teeth where Toy Bonnie doesn't?
yeah, he has 2
Or the
more
other
on the
right.
upper row. Because Toy Bonnie only has
Yeah.
buck teeth, whereas Toy Bonnie has 4 teeth on the top. I mean,
it's kind of hard to say anything about Shadow Bonnie that's like objective, I guess, fact. Because my belief is that it's like meant to represent Spring Bonnie or foreshadow him.
it's
but,
also the
like,
fact of
that's
like,
not
what is this
makes
game
value.
trying to show us with this? Is more like, what is it even trying to tell us in this game?
Yeah, because the only thing I can say is that we know from out here sources that Scott had FNAF 3 in mind when he made FNAF 2. So, like, I could say is that foreshadowing Spring Bonnie, but that's not something you're going to get just by playing the game blind.
Not only
You can
that,
go
but
with
like,
that.
it's not even like a Spring Bonnie. It's just Toy Bonnie. It's just a blacked out Toy Bonnie with 2 extra teeth.
Well, to be fair, in that context, is there's no Spring Bonnie model yet.
I mean, yeah, but it's still weird, you know, because it's not even a spring lock suit either. Because it only has 4 fingers instead of 5.
Does Shadow Freddy have 4 or 5 fingers?
No, he only has 4 as well. He looks the exact same as Wither Golden Freddy. Just purple and blacked out eyes.
Yeah,
with
I think that could. Yeah, it matters, but also sometimes I feel like it could be a case of you didn't have FNAF 3 fully written out, so you didn't really have spring lock suits in mind, so it wasn't really thinking
true.
like.
It's just weird.
Because as we get to like the Shadow Freddy, which I wish was like right under RxQ.
Oh, but then you know what else makes that weird then? If this is meant to like represent Spring Bonnie, what spawned him?
Like at the FNAF 2 location or in general?
Like what would have spawned him by the time of FNAF 1 to 2? Like FNAF, like we see him in FNAF 2, what spawned him, what caused him to be here? If he's trying
like
to tell us about the Spring Bonnie suit, why is he here?
Because William killed the kids in Spring Bonnie and MCI, and then William is here. Or was here.
But then what would Shadow Freddy be? Like, God, the shadows are so weird if you just take just FNAF 1 and 2. They're still weird, but they're even more weird if you take just FNAF 1 and 2.
I'm trying to avoid like going to theories, but like I would just say like they're meant to represent like the suits of the MCI that we use, so they kind of like follow William wherever he's at or was at, kind of like Shadow Stand for like Shadow Freddy, Sasquatch termed, kind of like that. But like there's not much you get just by looking.
Oh, you know what's weird? So you know so I'm gonna move to the paper pals real quick. Have you ever noticed that the 3 ones there is, you know, like the colored in like child one, and then the Shadow Freddy and like RWQ ones, like the blacked out Freddy and RWQ ones, and it removes the kid and leaves those 2 next to each other?
You mean the paper pal buddy thing?
Yeah, the paper buddy, and like you had the paper pals.
Oh, Raven, look at the chat. The paper pals have their own AI level programmed into the game.
Oh, I know that. I know that.
Paper victim.
Paper
I know
possessed.
they do have their own AI.
The paper pals.
So they're really weird. Because
They're definitely possessed of agony. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Shavik.
Hear me out. Freddy Paper Pal has Cassidy agony. Bonnie Paper Pal has MCI agony. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm cooking.
Yeah, I don't know what you're cooking, Chief.
The weird last one is Jackie agony. The upcoming mimics of the secret game.
I just think Shadow Victim. Simple.
I mean, if we go with the case of like, okay, there's objects being altered and moved around, and we did the same thing with FNAF when we're like, okay, things are being altered, things are being moved around. This is something being altered or moved around by something that we don't know, which draws a connection to those 2 events in Parts of Service and in this.
Yeah.
Because there's no way just a paper plate buddy should be able to move around on its own, even when possessed. So something is altering this or shifting it for it. And it's specifically choosing that one too. It's specifically choosing the one depicting a child. That looks like Balloon Boy, I mean the red and blue.
Shadow Victim.
So it's weird.
Kind of surprised my brain. I mean, in FNAF 2, like, there's not much you can get from it besides a spirit is moving the objects around, and if you correlate, like, Golden Freddy as the one moving stuff in the first game, you could narrow it down to Golden Freddy.
Like, it's so weird that it leaves the essentially Shadow Freddy and RWQ paper buddies behind to go into your office. Like, it's like, hey, pay attention to this.
Wait, you think it's an RWQ and Shadow Freddy paper buddy?
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
We at least know that this Bonnie one is blacked out. We know that.
I'm pretty sure.
Also, it's a very dark shade of
Bear
purple.
in mind. Wait, I have an idea. I have a theory. Wait. Okay, I have several things to say. First off, bear in mind that the paper pals appear yet again in FNAF 3, which is very Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie oriented. And in FNAF World, Shadow Bonnie, like Bonnie paper pal is purple, and Freddy paper pal is like this brownish black.
What's I do
So,
also
not
want to
sure
say
if
this.
it's
What's
fully-
weird? In Security Breach, they're blacked out purely
Oh.
too.
Wait, I have a theory again. The paper pals in FNAF World don't line up with the paper pals from FNAF 2. They line up with the depictions of the shadows in FNAF 3. Because in FNAF 3, instead of being black, Shadow Bonnie is purple,
Yeah.
and we have the weird brownish Shadow Freddy in the office.
Yeah,
Which one's
that
the
could make
purple?
sense.
Oh, I'm cooking.
I could see that because it is weird that like this paper pal of Bonnie is a very dark shade of purple.
Oh,
It looks like he's crying.
Yeah, it's weird that there's like tear streaks
Okay,
coming
tears.
down, and only
Specifically
one
from
eye.
that one, because he's
Yeah, and the
Bonnie,
right
who's an
eye
agony
is
being.
also gone, and the left eye is there. It's another right eye thing.
Almost as if he's an agony being.
Almost as if he's Shadow Victim.
So we have
Okay,
more
well, thank you. That's
instances
my
of right
Bonnie
eye.
video.
This is
Right
weird.
eye is so interesting.
I will point that out
Right eye
with
theory.
that. I'll just call it the Bonnie one since it could be just Bonnie just really crap shading from Scott. But he is missing his right eye.
And he's crying.
Wait, what Bonnies have only one button? Is it all of them? I think it might be, isn't it? Or is it just toy? Because if it's just toy, then that's weird.
I want to talk about Shadow Freddy so much.
Yeah, this does look like a dark brown. It is a darker brown than normal Freddy, so that is weird. And he has
It's
yellow
Shadow
dots
Freddy.
for
Shadow
eyes.
Freddy in FNAF 3 is super brown, remember?
Yeah, no, so
Like, he's like the lighting.
exactly. So I think this is supposed to be shadows. And then you have the kid with them, but then is removed and placed in your office like it's like some omen or something.
It's Jackie.
Scott playing Jackie since 2014. Be like,
It's weird. But yeah, I
It's
think
true.
the things to point out with this is that this guy is crying and is missing his right eye.
thing is, like, why would a kid draw or make the shadows?
I mean, nothing makes sense. Wait. Isn't Spring Bonnie also missing an eye in one of the posters in FNAF 3 as an Easter egg?
Thanks with Spring Bonnie posters, all of them has like a missing like an eye thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Are they all specifically his right eye?
I could try grabbing it.
Pretty sure.
Because if we're
Just make-
drawing connections between right eyes being missing, there's something weird here.
And that free Easter egg, give you what I look for.
Right eye theory? Right eye theory?
Okay, that one.
Bright eye theory is
Both eyes.
important.
The paper battles do show up in FNAF 3 as well. The bear and the rabbit.
I think off camera we're gonna have to look through like any depictions of a missing right eye and see if there's anything important to it or if it's just a coincidence.
On this.
Because that's
Chat.
weird that there's right eyes constantly being missing. Freddy's right eye, RW,
Bonnie-
the Shadow Bonnie Paper Pal's right eye.
The one I sent you in the chat.
Oh, holy
That's
crap.
left
We came
eye.
up with right eye theory.
Let me look at the one you sent in chat.
I'm-
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna
one's
look up
also
something.
missing its right eye. Yeah. Like, Detour to FNAF 3, this one's also missing his right eye. So that's weird.
Look at chat. Look at chat.
1 second.
Discord. This is interesting.
there's no way Scott's thinking that deeply. There's no way.
Yeah, and you think he thought out 14 theory? Yeah,
Yes.
smart. And those 14 things were totally intentional. Like, I believe that the 14 imagery was totally intentional, but no way he looked into it that deep. So, I think it's possible.
If Scott like looked into like Hinduism, something like that, just for like right eyes, that'd be.
Autobiography isn't.
But
okay.
yeah, all right. I think we
Wait,
should get
wait,
back
hold
on
up, hold
track.
up.
Okay, holding up.
Can
Wait.
Wait, Freddy time?
Is this Buddhism or is it Hinduism?
I'm
Is it
pretty sure it's-
Hinduism?
Wait, wait?
Hinduism?
I was gone for a second. What did I miss to get us to this?
Look at the
Listen.
chat.
Autobiography of a Yogi is the book that he reads on night 5. And Hinduism is the religion of a yogi. If the right eye symbolic connections are connected to Hinduism, that means that it could totally be intentional.
Ooh. Okay, I think.
Oh my god!
The three of
Wait,
us are gonna have
it's
to
actually
sit.
highlighted. In
I think-
Hinduism,
Yeah.
wait, in Hinduism, the right eye actually has a very important connection to the divine and spiritual awakening.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to and see where we can find more right eye stuff and see where it
Yeah.
goes from there.
Yeah.
Raven, let's do a right eye stream.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I'm down to do a right eye stream. Want to do it Friday?
Want to do it this week?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
down
down.
to do it Friday.
I might
Friday.
be there. I can, maybe.
Might be rough. I don't think I can do that. Maybe Thursday. Does Thursday work for you?
Yeah, I can do Thursday. Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. Let's get back
Yeah,
on
we'll
track.
talk.
'Cause I
All right.
just want
Yeah, let's get back.
Shot
Okay.
Freddy. Shot Freddy.
And you said we weren't
Okay.
gonna find anything because you've already overanalyzed this, Withered.
Okay, Shadow
I
Freddy
knew,
time,
I
right?
knew about the right eye stuff, but I didn't know there was this much.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah. So now we
Right
get
eye theory.
to
I'm trying to escape it.
the good old Shadow Freddy. So,
Okay, guys. See some facts here. He's one purple, which is the same game that introduced the purple man, so correlation. He's also sitting down in the same slumped position as Golden Freddy, and he's also the inverse of yellow. So, he's also in the same room the yellow suit Ralph we've been referring to is in. Indicating potentially, maybe, hypothetically, Golden Freddy was the murder suit in 2014.
now whether you're not cooking, we
No.
are cooking.
I'm cooking because I came up with Shadow Freddy Brown theory.
Shadow Freddy Brown theory.
Shadow Brown. Shadow
I do want to
Freddy's the
mention
Brown
though, the
himself.
weird thing about Shadow Freddy that I've always noticed is that for some reason the white dots in his eyes are way wider than like anybody else's.
Yeah.
That's what's weird about it to me.
Are we going over the dream sequences?
Oh god, we need to go through the. Oh,
So I was
I
going to
forgot
point
about
out
that.
how. I was going to point out how
No,
with the
dream
way
theory sequences are actually super simple.
with the way Scott set up the lighting of the dream sequences. If you brighten it, Freddy becomes purple.
oh, you know what else is weird? Shadow Freddy
Yep.
sits where Bonnie was, which Shadow Freddy, Bonnie. You can kind of see that there if you really wanted to
Interesting,
look at
yeah.
it like that.
You write it down. I don't think it means that much, but you can write it down.
I mean, I don't know if I'll write it down. It's just weird that like, oh, you had this like Shadow Freddy that might be connected to William. Whereas he's saying right where Bonnie was, which is William Afton has a strong connection to Bonnie. Ooh.
But also in this game, it shows William also has a strong connection to Golden Fredbear or Freddy, Fredbear in some way.
Yeah, so yeah, I will write that down.
This will be more relevant as you get into like FNAF 4, I think. But like for example, in the Silverized, Scott used Fredbear suit, so like even by that point, Scott was still associating him with Fredbear.
Yeah. So I think that pretty much covers everything we could possibly know about our friend here. Because he doesn't do really much of anything. Oh, I should write down for RWQ that he can't crash a game.
He eats your soul. I really hope nothing is said about the end of O2. There's literally
I mean, we're gonna have
Yeah.
to look through, and because he does have 2 screens. It's not even just one; it's 2.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
like he
two
just
for
stands
some
there. He's in an event. Like he's just there.
It's just the fact that he never attacks you, which is weird. Because like,
Imagine Endo 2 jumps here.
The only thing I get from
and
it is
he
that
has
it
blue
shows
eyes too, which we know Fredbear has blue eyes, but it's an Endo 02, so like it's not even a spring lock.
Yeah, so what I think it shows at most is that whoever's, like, for example in the first game, whoever's messing the objects around and is possessing these other things is like Golden Freddy.
I mean, it has blue eyes, and it has the Freddy ears. Like, regardless, this is like a Freddy / Golden Freddy type animatronic, regardless.
The puppet camera visions.
Where are we at now? We are at Endo 2 already, or because I'm not at the
Yeah.
Easter eggs page of FNAF 2.
Yeah, we're at Endo 02. So, like, I think really the only thing of importance is that, like, he has blue eyes and he's a Freddy. Otherwise, there's not really much it says. It's another random endoskeleton.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if it means anything actually.
Has blue eyes and is a Freddy / Fredbear animatronic endo. Like that's all we can really write down for him. There's not really much. I guess he only also appears at the marionettes out of the box too, which is another thing.
Charlie Endo Fury. It's the Charlie bot.
Because yeah, that's the other thing. He only appears if if marionette's out of the box. Otherwise, he'll never appear. And it's weird that he goes in your vent and it just is probably just like looks at your grippers and then just leaves.
At your grippers, God, Raven, what is your problem?
You know, like
Shut up, Raven.
I mean, am I wrong
Freaky
though?
Raven, guys. It's Freaky Raven, guys. Freaky Raven.
You know, I almost want to say,
Narrow.
does Golden Freddy actually exist in 87? Because we know he has an endo in there, but he just appears and fades away.
I think he's like quasi-physical because like he can physically harm you, he can mess around with things, but he's also ghostly at the same time.
He's so weird because like you have this, which looks like it would be his endo if he had one, but then he also just appears and can still kill you.
Almost as if Golden Freddy is unique.
So this endo is weird because we know Golden Freddy has an endo, but like he's missing like the top half of his endo because we don't even see the eyes or anything.
This is not Golden Freddy's Endo.
I don't think so. It's just the fact of like it's weird because Golden Freddy just manifests a lot.
I don't
Like,
think it's worth looking into. Golden Freddy has always been weird.
It's weird. It's just something to point out that like Golden Freddy just manifests. So is Golden Freddy even real in 1987? And if not, is this his endo? That's kind of like what I'm throwing out there.
I think it could be his endo, and it's just like a whole hallucination being induced.
Yeah, it could be. It's weird. He's weird. Plus he doesn't even appear on any other cameras. It's literally from the prize corner to the left air vent. Like it's not like he goes from like prize corner to like the balloon boy area to the hallway to
Yeah.
Whatever party room number to the left vent. It's just there to there instantly.
This is not much to say besides it's a bare endo.
Yeah, I'm just trying to point out things like, hey chat, you got anything?
Hey chat, this guy can't
I
solve
don't know. I don't think the Endo's relevant.
Yeah, and then there's now we get into the eyeless screens, which we have 3 in total.
Sammy Endo.
We have 3, which is Withered Freddy, Toy Bonnie, and Withered Foxy. An interesting selection to do an eyeless screen for.
Withered Freddy is the main guy of the Withered. Toy Bonnie is the one that like the marketing feels like it was most focused on. You know, like when you think of a toy, personally, I'm more likely to think of Toy Bonnie. I think he's the most iconic toy to me.
That or Toy Chica because of the memes.
Yeah, never Toy Freddy. Toy Bonnie is like the main guy, and he's the one who seems like he has the most cool stuff going on with him. Withered Foxy is because he's the odd one out. So it's a representation of the Withereds, the toys, and the odd one out.
I mean, can we also say it's weird that their
you.
eyes are blacked out, and while there's the shadows in this game, and you have Freddy, a Bonnie, and then you just have a weird Foxy, so you could view it as like the Freddy and Toy Bonnie being representations of like the Withered. like Shadow Freddy, and then the RWQ looking like Toy Bonnie. It could be a representation of that too. Like, then that would mean like, oh, there's a Shadow Withered Foxy somewhere, which wouldn't work. So it's like breaks up the pattern, but it's a way you could look at it.
Ooh. Wait.
And oh yeah, it also mentions when they appear. Withered Freddy rarely appears after a warning screen. Toy Bonnie rarely appears after a game over screen, and Withered Foxy rarely appears after a player starts a night.
Oh, you're talking about the eyeless screens, right?
Yeah.
I stand by what I said.
So, do we think them appearing only in like certain, like if certain things are met, has anything? Like we have warning, game over, and starting a night.
I'm not sure. I think you could say this is another example that possessed animatronics can black out their eyes.
I mean, true. But it looks more so that they're just completely missing their eyes rather than blacking them out.
Well, you for example, you see with the Shadow Freddy hallucination. It's not on here in the Easter egg thing, but in the cameras, you can see the animatronics do pinprick eyes, but Shadow Freddy, not Toy Freddy is unique because his thing is just pure black eyes.
He's so weird. This is just so weird. I mean, I'll just write down the selection, and when they appear, I don't really think there's much we can draw from this solidly to write down.
Besides,
like,
maybe eyeless
I don't really know what to
can
say.
indicate possession.
I mean, if it was just Withered Freddy and Toy Bonnie, you could draw a connection to the shadows, but then you have Withered Foxy messing it all up. Like, you could say, oh, well, Withered Foxy was important in one of the mini games, but then you also have Freddy important in one of the mini games, but then you leave out Toy Bonnie. So, like, it seems every way you could go, one person is excluded here. I don't know.
Hey, Chad, remember how narrating solved the lore? You need to give him the 9 digits in the back of your. Funny thing that- Jacob Barton said, at Raven, could it be that it's connected to the blood puddle under the prize box that the public leads you to?
With the Endo 02, it could be.
Raven, send me the page to the link to the Easter eggs page, please.
Seeker, your days are numbered. At the moment I saw Sammy Endo.
Why did you send me a House MD video?
Watch it, trust me, I made it.
I'm not watching it on stream right now, but I will later.
Thank God, I think it's funny as shit. I laughed my ass off at 2 a.m. when I thought of this video. I don't know, I was just trying to fall asleep and it just randomly flashbanged in my head from an edit I remember seeing. Yo, 420
You don't mean appearing when the player starts a night be some form of reference to who did the bite of 87? Because when you start a night.
It's when you start a night, yeah.
And then you have Toy Bonnie really appearing after game over. I don't know why he would be associated with game over, and Withered Freddy after the warning screen, like when you first start out the game.
By the way, remember the sound that the images make. It's the sound of a dead flashlight.
Is it?
It is. Read here. While the images are being displayed, this is temporarily disabled by a hallway animatronic repeating itself until it's over.
So,
now
yeah.
remember what happened in the week before. They say that when the bite of 87 happened, the guard tried to use a light, but it failed, and they had the whole precaution thing about, oh yeah, use flashlights and against the animatronics, it'll work, blah blah blah. But the staff is like, oh, you can't spell team without meat, and there's that whole thing about them protesting against Fazbear because of the bite and whatever. What
So
if this is
essentially,
relevant?
could this be a
What if the
reference to
flashlight
that?
is relevant?
The Bite of
It
87.
is I think it's a reference to that.
Yeah, so basically it's that a night guard died due to his flashlight failing then.
Okay, I'm gonna look. Yeah. Okay.
Wait.
I'm looking up the rare screens.
Could it be foreshadowing that Jeremy is the Bite of 87 victim?
But then you have 3 animatronics
No,
here.
it's
'cause
yeah.
it
It's
doesn't
which
tell you
one?
who it is.
There. Listen. Think about how all 3 of these animatronics were major contenders for who did the Bite of 87, right? Withered Freddy because of the handprints on Freddy, Withered Foxy because Foxy has a broken jaw, and Toy Bonnie because of Pop Goes and because of the whole Toy Bonnie did the Bite of 87 thing that they had going on back then.
I'm trying to draw
Watch the
any
video.
similarities between them. Like, they
I'm not
both have
sure.
lower and upper teeth, too.
I'm not sure what you were talking about, like the pop.
No,
Goes
it's
thing,
what I said earlier.
but if these are say hallucinations that Jeremy is seeing in universe, it could in a sense be foreshadowing his fate. I think that works. Like what happened to him.
Yeah, but then why would it be these 3? Why wouldn't he just be like, oh god, this one specifically? Also, I'll be right back. Keep talking, carry chat.
Because they wouldn't know who was gonna bite them. Like it's not like you're gonna see that and be like, gosh, they're gonna bite me. It's more so gonna be like,
No, it's just Scott's way of continuing the riddle of who did the Bite of 87 up until FNAF 4, which is when that culminated in big ass quote mark.
in
These 3 are just the main contenders for the bite.
Yeah, in universe is you could say it's like Jeremy having these nightmares or hallucinations. The animatronics.
Do we know if Jeremy ever has a flat out hallucin like we know he loses, but like does he ever have like nightmares or stuff like that?
Between
some
night
believe,
cutscene.
well, I don't believe that's Jeremy, but that is a theory.
You could
That's
say that in
Jeremy,
between night.
because You know why? Raven, have you heard my argument of what the end of the Between Night minigames are? You want me? Okay.
Yeah, tell me.
So, in You're the Band, which is the Fazbear Fright story, kid gets a Freddy mask, he puts it on, and he starts getting nightmares and hallucinations. You know who else puts on a Freddy mask?
Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy.
I mean, yeah, I could see that. I mean, it's just well, I'm trying to more so look at like if I'm playing FNAF 1 then FNAF 2, and after every game I take a break to see like, okay, what is this game trying to tell me? What would this be trying to tell me? Could just be trying to like help you narrow down who did the bite, which is totally fair. Because then it's between these 3.
And we do know now, in retrospective, that it seems to have always been Foxy.
Because then, yeah, this would then eliminate everyone else, including Mangle.
Holy peak, we just solved the bite of 87. Those flashlight sounds are such an interesting call out.
Yeah. You know, wait, if the bite of 87 happened during the day and, you know, you're a day shift guard and they know the flashlights work, what if Mangle was acting aggressive? He went to shine the light, but it didn't work. Or Foxy, and it didn't work. Or Freddy or Toy Bonnie.
I think that's the indication. It's that
he tried to stop the bite, but the flashlight either ran out of battery or it just didn't work and he got bit.
Didn't like the week before indicate that like Ralph blamed E or something? Am I just like gaslighting myself?
I think so, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
What? What's up? I have brain rot.
Didn't the week before, didn't Ralph like blame the employee for the bite of 87?
I think so.
He did. He was like, oh, well. He did, I think. It's like, oh, the employee's fault, which is flashlight. Again, I think that because of the flashlight sounds, the cause of the bite of 87 was, oh yeah, stand close to the animatronics, be careful, blah, blah, blah. The night guard, or day shift guard, I suppose, in this case, Jeremy, remembered that the flashlight can be used to stun the animatronics, tried to use it on one of the animatronics during the birthday party, it failed, and he got bit.
Yeah, I could so see that.
Yeah,
bro, we just solved the bite of 87.
Because you can definitely imagine,
oh, hey,
like,
phone guy's in chat.
Phone guy,
phone guy,
right?
what happened in the bite of 87?
No, 34 viewers.
Can we summon Scott Coffin again? Wait, can we summon Scott Coffin again? Chat spam 14.
Okay, we all right. We got to do the Scott Cawthon chant. All right. How did T-Dreads do it? T-Dread, where are you?
14, 14,
It was like Scott,
14,
Coffin,
14.
Ooga, Scott, Coffin,
Nothing.
Ooga,
Ooga,
Booga.
Ooga, Ooga, Kaffa.
Imagine it works. Imagine the rain dance works.
If it worked again, dude, I would lose my mind.
It worked again.
No,
I
like
would-
imagine
I would
Scott
break
just
down
types in the
no joke.
chat, why was I summoned? So I
But
can
seriously, I
definitely
think
see,
our
like,
Bite of 87 theory is super strong.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
definitely
I
could
do
see, like-
think that does say like the flashlight had something to do with the bite.
So I can definitely see like Brother Foxy roaming out and like people seeing him. Like Jeremy's like, oh shit, pulls out the flashlight, tries to flash him, and he gets bit.
Yeah, I could so see that. I could so see that.
Oh,
Which
that's
makes
Wizard
the-
Circle
which makes the
actually solving
hallucinations
something.
more
That's
like-
Wizard Circle actually making a theory.
Which makes the hallucinations kind of befitting because it's just like if the in-universe reason is why is that
Well,
he's
wait a
hallucinating
minute. Whether you
things.
point out the flashlight thing, I point out the possibility of the day guard messing up the flashlight.
And I pointed out how.
wasn't
and
I the one who
I
said these
cited
the
the theory.
587?
We collaborated on this.
Yeah, we
We all collaborated
collaborated.
on it.
We
I'm not taking
collaborated.
credit for this. I'm not taking credit
Wait, but wasn't I the one
Was
who
this
said
the-
it could be about the 587?
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
you said it could be about the Bite of 80. I think it was you said it could be the Bite of 87.
Okay,
I
you know what?
made the
Chat, start
flashlight
spamming
connecting
14.
the week before. Yeah, chat, spam 14.
Summon Scott.
Watch
do it too
watch
much,
how this is
Nightbot
gonna
might
go
slap
to your
you.
trip. Oh no, not that guy. Okay, I'll ban him if he does that. Anyway, is there? Wait, we're almost done.
I think it's just the in between night cutscenes and we're done.
Yo, that actually went by really fast. That was only like 3 hours.
The in-between night cutscenes though are like very weird because like for example, Wither has this theory he just gave a moment ago. I would say is William because you can brighten up the screen and the lighting turns Freddy purple, which I think is intentional.
Yeah, I don't.
And you have-
I don't
you
think
have-
that's intentional.
And you have the animatronics who look mad at you. They when they look at you, they look angry, hostile. Freddy.
Don't their eyes
Golden
also
Freddy-
black out as well?
Think
You
so?
know-
Maybe.
Why? Okay. What I think is happening here is that this is us experiencing Gabriel, like Gabriel's memories after he possessed Freddy.
Yeah.
Like because the animatronics aren't angry. They're trying to understand what's going on. They're not angry. They're more scared. They're curious. They're trying to figure out what's happening. That's why the puppet and Golden Freddy are there. Puppet is the one that helped them possess them, and Golden Freddy's kind of like the guardian, kind of. He's the ringleader, you know.
Yeah,
But
and plus
they
they're like
do look
looking
kind of-
around the room too.
But they do look. They don't really look at you nicely. I don't see where they look scared. They kind of look like they don't
Yeah,
like you in
look,
particular. They
Drez,
follow your eyes.
Drez.
Wait, look in the files, of the game, outside the screen that you can see, it says it's him. Like I'm pretty sure it's
Really?
him with the. Yes. Sorry, my memory overloaded on Opera. I had to read. But
I don't think.
there's a
that's-
thing outside the frame. It's in the MFA. You can't see it. It's
Okay, then
technically
how?
one of those
Why
things
do
where
I
it's
believe?
technically in
Why
the
do I believe
game?
you?
It's there, but it's
Okay, I'm
outside the
checking.
frame. I have an image of it somewhere.
Yeah, no, their eyes are
I don't
hollowed
need to go.
out.
Sorry. I don't
Yeah,
need-
and dude, Toy Chica even like directly faces you with their jaw unhinged.
Let me
Like
find it.
that
somewhere.
that's a sign of anger if I've ever seen a sign of anger.
It's him.
So,
Yeah, but like think about. Oh wait a minute, Draz might be right because in the top right corner of in most of them, it goes air, and you can't, or like William's things when
Yeah,
he's
look.
messing with. Okay, you're right.
so there's intro, there's night
yeah,
2,
so-
there's night 3.
It reminds
I know
me
what it
of
is.
for
I know what it is.
retrospective knowledge.
Right.
You're a big book nerd. In Frights, that a very similar term is said by Andrew in reference to William when he appears himself. It's like it's him.
Draz, bum 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 bum. I solved it. Okay. I'm still right about the Freddy mask, and I'm still right about the hallucinations and all that. But it's not Jeremy having the hallucinations; it's William after doing the night shift.
I won. I count that as a victory.
Boom. We solved the dreams. We solved Bite of
that-
87. We solved the dreams. Congratulations, Chad. I see that
Wait,
as an
I
So
absolute
the
should-
win.
intro, there's nothing.
Wait, I
of
should
no-
know. Someone's going to take it. No, I should maybe first.
Draz,
Yeah, do it
Raven,
before Bronze
wanna
Film
do a collab on
swatches
this?
this and takes it.
Okay, I'm gonna finish the
Twisted
Shadow Victim video.
Animatronic is the only
Delay.
content farm that Bronze Films is the fastest.
Look, I'm gonna make the Shadow Victim video, try to get it by Wednesday, and then I'm going to delay Glitch Both. I'm gonna make a Dreams video just so no one can steal it.
No, I ain't waiting. I ain't waiting for that. We better collab on that Dreams video, by the way, okay?
Alright. Because my main thing is that I just think it's William dreaming, and it was meant to be a prelude to Follow Me. And, because it's foreshadowed the next game, because Scott did have the third game in mind. So it foreshadows Follow Me, William's dreams, was then spiking to go do Follow Me. So I guess the collab could be I do that, and you can give the Freddy mask theory. So I never thought about that before.
And then Night Force when the puppet appears. What's weird is that they go from aggressive when Golden Freddy appears, like the most aggressive, and then the puppet appears and they're just normal.
Yeah. So,
Honestly,
actually,
I think mine and Draz's hypothesis is solid.
Actually, Narrow, if we do go with it being after, which is a theory, but if that was the case, the fact that Freddy is Freddy, the brighten it and you get purple Freddy, Shadow Freddy, does connect after the Shadow Freddy again.
Yeah, I do think that is something to go with. It's just, why would the flashlight matter if, like, those other hallucinations are William? The eyeless ones.
Well, the eyeless ones we're not talking about. We're talking about the
Okay,
dreams.
so just, yeah, I could totally see the dreams either being William or being, like, Mike Schmidt.
I think it's William. I think that the mix of mine and Draz's ideas, plus the it's him that Draz just mentioned, makes the perfect explanation for this.
Does it ever say it's him? Where does it say it's him?
It's something that's
It-
not, it's
Dress
in
of
the
the image.
MFA. It's in the MFA. It's in the files, and it's technically something was weird from the guy who digged for me to verify what I said, like in a Discord chat. But you basically like it's one of those cases where it's there, but you can never see it because it's outside the frame.
It's also weird that error appears in the intro cutscene and that it's me throughout the rest. Like, it's not when Golden Freddy appears, it's
Well,
just,
that's solid.
yeah. So I do think that is something for sure, yes. I agree. I just find it weird that, I mean, I guess the intro cutscene, there's no Golden Freddy and they don't start really acting up, and then after that they start acting up with the It's Me, but then would that imply that there's something else, like you have error in the top left and then you have It's Me once they start moving to look at Freddy?
The error appears when it ends, right?
Yeah, on the intro cut. So
Yeah,
when you
there's
first
on
like
all of
boot up
them
the
except
game,
Golden Freddy's one.
the rest of them are It's Me. So the post night 2, post night 3, post night 4 cutscenes are all It's Me. Those are the ones that contain Bonnie and Chica starting to look at you, Golden Freddy with Bonnie and Chica just straight staring at you with hollowed out eyes, and then the last one is with the puppet.
Something that does go somewhat into Fury territory, but it's worth bringing up, is that this is the only time the game It's Me is used. And it's directed at we're speculating the possibly purple guy, William. Which, if that's the case, Mike and William, or purple guy in this case, are the only people that have It's Me directed at them. Not Jeremy or Fritz Smith. Mike and purple guy.
You know what would be so weird? Imagine if this is telling us like the story of like Follow Me in FNAF 3.
No, that's what you said. It's foreshadowing Follow Me. That is the
Sorry,
preview.
I've been writing this whole time. I've kind of been cutting in and out.
No. Okay, the theory I have, and I still believe it's accurate to this day, is that Follow Me, I don't really believe the Follow Me is about MCI all that much. I believe the intention was, at the very least, is that FNAF 3 was in mind when Scott made FNAF 2. And so, these dreams were meant to foreshadow the following minigames of FNAF 3. That's why...
You want to know something else? What does
Yeah.
Shadow Freddy appear as in the FNAF 1 movie? A normal Freddy.
Yes? What?
So that's even more that there's this purple Freddy just as a suit that they're seeing right next to them. And isn't Freddy the first one to be dismantled?
Yeah.
And we don't get a post night 1 cutscene, we get a post night 2 cutscene.
Read the chat, Raven.
Okay, yes. You want, everyone? Withered is tired. Withered, get out of here. Go sleep. We're gonna yap for a little bit.
No.
I'm so
let's wrap it up.
tempted
I wanna
to,
get to the end.
play the Get Out soundboard.
You said it was just. You said it was just the end of the cutscenes. So if it's just the cutscenes, then I can stay here till the end.
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is that we don't get like a post night 1, which would have been Freddy. We get a night 2 cutscene, which is when it starts with like the purple Freddy.
Oh, as also as a very minor thing, this will be the first time the puppet is associated with It's Me.
Also true. I think
Traffic.
we have pretty much a wraps on everything, so I think we end it here, don't
Amazing.
we?
I
That
can't
was
believe
amazing.
I get.
Bro.
So
I just
we're
read-
doing this again
read till
Thursday?
I might have to sit out for that one.
Oh, for the
No, you're
right
talking-
eye one.
Right eye
know
is a
if I-
different thing.
I don't know if I'll
We'll
be
talk
there, but
Well, you
maybe
said you
we'll
could
see.
do Friday, and then you said maybe Thursday.
Yeah. I'll let
Alright.
you know.
Yeah,
because
keep
I was
me
planning on
posted
doing
on
my
it.
own
Otherwise, if
stream
we
on
have to do
Thursday.
it another week, we can. I'm so down. I can like workshop a thumbnail in the meantime.
I'm
Right,
just
'cause I had
proud
a
to have
stream
them.
planned for Thursday. I just don't know.
All right, yeah, no, sounds good. Just keep me posted on that.
I'm just proud to
Yeah,
have
I'll
liked
keep you posted,
people
don't
on
worry.
William Dreams.
Oh man, this was fun. All right,
when do you think you're gonna try to do the
Really
next FNAF 3?
I'm thinking probably next week, but I'm trying to like let people who haven't been on yet join
Yeah,
before I
I'll
have
let-
repeat guests.
I'll let someone else do it.
Yeah, definitely.
So this was definitely a lot of fun. We had some really cool debates and discoveries. I'm actually impressed with the things we
made
found.
some good realizations. We made Bite of
wait.
87 realization. We made cutscenes realization. We made Shadow Bonnie and Shadow Freddy realization.
And we've connected things with Right Eye and stuff like that. So there's some cool things we've connected. So
You actually did a lot,
Yeah.
way more than in the FNAF 2 over analysis stream.
you hear that, T-Dreads?
Yeah, because
Hey.
Dreads isn't the truth.
It gave us a widget location.
But yeah, I think that's
True.
everything. So I'm
I
gonna
had
I'm gonna
nothing
start
to
wrapping
forget.
it up. So I of course want to thank the both of
Hey.
you, Withered and what? Were you about to say something, Withered?
Huh?
I heard you like
No,
cut in for
I
a
just-
second. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I of course want to thank Withered Circle and Drasm for being here. You can find their ads in the description and pretty
Mhm.
much everywhere else. They are really good friends of mine, so please go show them some love and support. They're absolutely a joy to work with and talk to behind the scenes. We're gonna be trying to do this again next week, same time around. I might try to do like Tuesday or Wednesday, so it doesn't mess with any of my uploads. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much everything. We found some more cool stuff, and I'm really excited to do the next stream. So, of course, again, thank you, Withered and Drazzle, for being here. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And,
Thank you
well,
again.
I will see you all either Monday sometime this week or when I'm live again. Who knows when that'll be. So, yeah.